Yeah. I annihilate, get it straight, see me on the top, won't stop, I'm on time like stepping on a watch. Keyword description is grind and recop, and I only like my own shit, I'm feeling me a lot. I got boss in my IV, just check my ID, and that's why I be the HNIC. People despise me, my services ain't free, ain't trying to hear your story, homie, cop me no free. In high school, corner, quarterback. Nowadays, corner, quarter sack.
What's good? What's popping? The Avengers had to come together for today. As you could see in the intro, kind of somber day for me in particular. Lost my brother last Sunday. Freak thing was totally unexpected. Went 0 to 100 real quick. But, you know, you've always heard him on the intro. He was, you know, he's been in the comments every Friday. Staple of the show.
Most definitely.
So it's only fitting that my other brother come through. Mr. GQ is in the building.
Yes, was happening. Of course.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Repping as per usual. You know, it's football season, so we got the Patriots on deck. We also got the prime fit. So we kind of doing this weird half and half thing, but because we got Colorado and Georgia Tech right now. It's 21-13. It's a hell of a game going on. I got my prime Gen 2s on. I already got the third ones already pre-ordered because y'all know we're gonna do this all day long. I'm excited to be here. I'm always watching the show, but sometimes, just like I was telling the fellas in the chat, sometimes the doc just be calling. And I seen the doc. I was like, yep, this is my show. This is the one I got to be here for.
Yep. So with that being said, the doc called him. My brother went by the name of Doc Holliday. So it is time. I might get emotional every once in a while. So just bear with me while I'm here.
Oh man, be you.
Hey, I was gonna say it's all good, man. It's all good. Doc was like you said, a staple of the show, man. Everybody, like Mel said, you heard him on the intro. Mel obviously just dropped some new stuff that we were waiting for. But just the way Mel reveres about him, the way he talks about his brother, just a dope ass person. And from his knowledge of the game, from everything that he obviously had, put his brother on about. It sucks, man. The world lost the real one. So rest in peace to Doc, man.
Yeah. So let's get to the point of all of this, because the meat and potatoes of all this is not really a football like NFL weekend. We're going to get into the college stuff, but we're going to get into last week. We're going to get into what everybody's really, really chatting about. That would be one Shedeur Sanders, also Coach Prime as well. I did a lot of digging. I did a lot of research because I was listening to conversations by analysts. I was listening to quote unquote professionals and how bad Shedeur looked in the game against the Rams, and is he an NFL quarterback, and yada yada, all this stuff. So GQ, you haven't been here. We haven't had the convo. You give me your assessment of Shedeur in the two games that he's played and the stuff that you heard and where you stand on all this.
Well, where I stood as far as pre-draft go. We had a lot of conversations about it pre-draft. 100% should not have been where he drafted. He should not have been 144th overall. I never believed that one bit. Shouldn't have went any further than the second round. I think one of the teams that I thought 100% probably regretted drafting him was the New Orleans Saints, because 100%. Look at their quarterback situation right now. And I think even today, I think Nick Wright had said it. He said he expected he expected the Colts to be the worst team in football. I think it's going to be the Saints. I think the Saints are going to be the worst team in football. I think even Carolina is going to be better than them this year. So they need a quarterback.
Going to be really good.
I think Carolina's going to win 7 or 8 games. But the Saints are going to be the worst team, and they needed a quarterback really bad, because no knock on Spencer Rattler, but he ain't the answer. And Tyler Show, I believe what the kid's name is. I seen him at the combine.
Well,
Stop
he's not a kid, so
stop. Yeah, you're right. Stop. Look, seeing the grown man, stop the cap on that.
Right.
So as far as Shedeur goes, I watched all of his games going from Jackson State all the way through Colorado. Like, the kid can play. Like, the kid can play. He can play at the NFL level. There's some development things that need to happen, 100%. Kevin Stefanski's offense is a little complex for those who haven't really paid attention. Even a guy like Baker Mayfield struggled initially picking up that offense. But if you watch the tape and watch the film throughout the season, Baker got progressively better. I think that Shedeur can do the same because Shedeur is an underrated athlete. He's not I'm going to take off and burn off all the time. But if you pressure him, he escapes the pocket. He can get out, and he's always looking downfield, very much like kind of early Russell Wilson like he's scrambling, but he's looking to make that, get that throw, get that ball out. Yes, his biggest Achilles heel, if anything, is he does hang on to the ball just a little bit too long, which throws the timing off in a Kevin Stefanski offense. So he looked really good in the first game because he really got rid of the ball. In that second game, 4 out of 5 of your offensive linemen got fucking cut. That tells you everything. You can practically throw the film away in that second game because who was he there to play with? Like, there's not a lot of rookies or just, third round, fourth round, fifth round quarterbacks in general that were going to play worth the shit, given how that situation went in that game against the Rams.
Yep. So, and then to piggyback off this, him where he got drafted with the 144th pick and stuff like that, I also found some interesting thing. Remember the comments that was coming out of the meetings that Shedeur was selfish?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Selfish, arrogant, wore his hat backwards, came in with headphones, etc.
I want to focus mostly on the selfish part. Well, because we eliminated he had the headphones on because we found out that he wasn't wearing the headphones. He just had them around his neck. Like,
it's funny how that works.
So, they lied. They kind of lied about that. Right. So then we get to the Shedeur is selfish part. Now, this was the part that made me, I perked up my ears as I was listening to conversations, and I come to find out the Shedeur selfish came from the prime equity clause. A lot of teams wanted him to remove that from his contract. Should they draft him? And he said no.
Equity clause. Okay.
Do you know what the prime equity clause is?
I'm learning something.
Okay. The prime equity clause is the Sanders, Shedeur and Shiloh came into the league as a brand already.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they were pre-established.
So what happens is the prime equity clause, think of it as the NIL deal for an NFL player. Whenever you use my name, image, and likeness, you got to pay me for it.
Okay.
That's why Shedeur made almost $15 million off of jersey sales because he sold $250 million worth of jersey. He has the highest selling jersey in the NFL right now.
Yep.
The NFL had to cut
I don't know.
A check.
You might want to check them numbers versus Travis Kelce. I think after the engagement, them numbers might have spiked a little bit because he 200% increase in Travis Kelce jersey sales just the last 2 days.
Right. That's to that point, anyway. $250 million worth of jersey sales equated to him $15 million because the NFL has to pay him for that. Now, think about it as an owner sense, even as the NFL. But I'm going to get to how the NFL handled it and how the owners did not handle it. If Shedeur is the starting quarterback for the New York Giants, how many billboards do you think he's going to be on?
All of them. Anything within a 15-mile radius of the stadium, he's going to be on it.
How many commercials do you think he's going to have?
Every single one.
No less than 10.
First Nike commercial that's coming out.
He already got a Nike ad, so you knew he was going to have a couple of Nike commercials. Hell, Odell had one.
I'm going to get to the Nike stuff because Nike is the mastermind behind all of this. So what happens is now the NFL is looking at it like, we're already paying you to be part of the league. Now you're saying I have to pay you because you are a brand. All right, they driving. So,
yeah, we getting updates on the live Colorado Georgia Tech.
I got the same
football
alert.
Show. We got football updates. I got it on the projector behind me. So
I got the same alert. So what happens was now for Shedeur is not only do you have to pay me my contract money, but if you put me on the billboard, if it's Monday night and you can put my face on the front of that damn commercial, guess what you got to do?
You got to pay me.
You got to pay me my money.
Cash out.
You have to. But that's what the prime equity clause is. Now, I'm going to get to how Nike orchestrated all of this. So, you know the cleats that everybody's been, the Dion cleats that everybody know wearing?
Oh, yeah.
Right? You do know those are not Dion cleats, right?
Them beautiful cleats that we've seen all over the place.
You know those are not Dion's cleats, right?
Like not the original ones.
Those are Shedeur's cleats.
Mm-hmm.
Nike made a deal with Dion, Shedeur. You know how LeBron has the deal with Juju that Juju's she's going to release the LeBrons, but it's going to be like the Juju signature shoe. Mm-hmm. And the same thing with the Inescus and the Kobe's.
Yep.
They was doing that 4 years ago. Shedeur was the brainchild for all of that. So Nike had already planned. They was force feeding this. All of those Nike, the colorways, when he did the giant colorways, when he did I think it was another one. That was all part of Nike's rollout. They were trying to get him to the Giants because they knew what you know, as far as his NIL money, if you want to call it that, but the prime equity of it all.
Yeah, well, getting him to any of the major markets would have been if he would have ended up as a backup for the Rams. Like
it's not even this, but the goal was to make him the guy. Now, if you look, we've always said this, and we've had these conversations about no one's bigger than the Shield.
Yeah, we've had. Yeah,
those times, someone like Shedeur, I'm gonna get to Arch Manning in a little bit. He puts that in jeopardy because if there's anybody that can be bigger than the Shield, it's him. Because his name holds weight. That Sanders name holds weight. That Manning name holds weight. So
you're talking about NFL royalty families here.
Right. So now what happens is the owners, because I don't believe it was Roger Goodell, because Roger Goodell was smart. We talked about it, Mulich. He told Bucky, he gave him clear rights to film and do whatever he has to do to cover his brothers. Why would Roger Goodell tell Bucky to do that? So the NFL don't have to pay his ass. He's like, look, you have free reign to record any footage you want to on your brothers. Put it out on your social media, on your media company, all that. Because then you have to pay your brother.
So they basically gave him media credentials to do what he's already been doing.
Exactly.
But it's got the Shield, but it's the Shield behind it now. So
it's the Shield behind it.
So that means he can travel with the team. He can be everywhere.
Right.
He is an all access media pass almost as a volunteer contractor.
He's a contract, and this benefits everyone. It's not, oh well, they got rid of something. No, the NFL benefits from Bucky doing what he does because that's his brother. He's going to get footage that the NFL couldn't get.
Oh yeah.
But it still gets the label of NFL Films.
Mm-hmm.
And his brother gets paid, Bucky gets paid. It still promotes the Sanders brand.
We're gonna get another season on Amazon Prime.
Exactly. Like this is why I think it was genius, but I think the owners weren't looking big picture. They were still thinking, because what happens is Shedeur became a partner. He's not an employee. Because now he has rights to this. You got to treat him like an owner now.
So in a sense, what he's doing is everything that Caleb Williams thought he was going to do. But Caleb Williams didn't have the legal verbiage in his contract to do so. He was talking, right, but there was no clause of any kind or any type of equity of any kind in his contract. Exactly. So everything his dad was saying was literally just talking out the side of his neck.
And not to mention Caleb didn't have the name.
And that's the thing. That's where it gets dicey, because how many players coming up are going to have the same type of equity as a Shedeur. Outside of Arch, until Marshall will get his ass up, and ain't too many.
But what it's doing, we talked about this when I was on the show. Shoot, I think it was a year ago, and we had a big NIL conversation.
Right.
This is going to be one of the major
Changes.
really repercussions of the NIL, because if these players are like, you know what, I'm gonna stay in college for 3 years, I'm gonna build my brand so that I now can follow the Shedeur blueprint and have an equity clause. I don't think and I'm not concerned about, I don't think Arch Manning's gonna do it, because his name holds somewhat more weight than the Sanders name, just because there's multiple generations of them, justifiably so. So, and they're gonna look at him as kind of their golden child. He's gonna get that. He's gonna get that Larry Bird treatment when he comes to the draft and all this stuff. And like,
I'm gonna talk about that in a minute.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm just, the way things are currently now this season. We're gonna find out tomorrow at noon. We're gonna really find out when they play Ohio State, which I'm looking forward to. So,
right. And I think what's happening with Shedeur and the Sanders family itself. Somebody had to come and ruffle the feathers. And who can withstand all of the bullshit? Shedeur can. Like he can. Like he's built for this. And
it's been this way.
And when it happens, it's going to change the landscape of the NFL. Because think about it. Think about what the prime equity clause could represent. Imagine what someone like Odell Beckham could have done with something like that.
Oh yeah, him. You
know what I mean?
Reggie Bush, Vince Young, if he had better representation.
I'm gonna talk about Vince Young today. Oh, Cam, I'm coming for your ass today. We're gonna have fun today.
It's a whole. We can go down a whole list of the OGs from the college days. Even a guy like Matt Leinart could have done some really good things with the right feathers and right cards in place.
So it's like, so what happens is, if the NFL is more or less, I'm not saying NFL, I'm talking about the owners in general. There's a fear because you see what happened with the NBA.
Come on, man.
Did they score?
No, he need to put that ball in his fucking chest.
Yeah.
What happens?
That shit on him.
What happened with the NBA is that the players have so much power that it kind of messed the league up.
Oh yeah.
In the NFL, I don't think every player is going to have that same type of leverage, but I think it is warranted for someone like, let's take Jaden Daniels for instance, for right now. He's a rock star at this moment in time.
Oh yeah.
Now, his brand is going to grow. Matter of fact,
it's only getting bigger.
Let's take Lamar. Lamar will probably be, or Patrick Mahomes.
So we'll use Lamar is a better example because he was his own representation.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's a solid one to think. And then when we get to the Micah Parsons conversation, I'm going to circle back to what you was talking about, the league and kind of losing power, because there's something to that's going to make that whole thing bigger. But we'll get to that when it's time.
And the league doesn't want to lose its grip because what happens is the league is functioning properly at this moment. And okay, we all getting alerts and shit. All right, so the league is operating very well. And the one thing you don't want to do, because you're watching the downfall of the NBA because players have too much say in what an organization does.
Yeah, the NBA is a prime example of what happens when you allow the players have too much power. I do think there's a balance. There should be a balance. Right. And the way, and we've seen this with the NBA with players essentially forcing their way out. You know, like, I'm like, come on now. Like those situations, like especially like James Harden, most notably, he's notorious for forcing his way out of situations. I think KD really did it. He really only did it one time. Like that was really notable because the Golden State thing wasn't really. No, he didn't force his way there. But like
Brooklyn and Phoenix.
Well, he wanted to go to Brooklyn. He tried. That was a failed experiment. Him and Kyrie tried that and they failed that one.
I said he forced his way out of Brooklyn.
Correct. Yes. And that. I'll buy that for $1. Yeah, he did do that one.
And then forced his way out of Phoenix. But mostly what just boils down to is they're trying their best to diminish what Shedeur is and what Shedeur is going to be. They're trying to beat it before it happens. And they're getting themselves caught up in this lies. Like Dan Orlovsky irritates my soul. He irritates my soul. Like, because this is what I mean. Because this is what I don't think they understand how much they lie when they're in front of a camera. Because 1 minute, these are two totally different things. They can't get the ball in from the fucking 4-yard line or punch him in the face. All right. This is Dan Orlovsky.
He's in.
Yeah, that's touchdown.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, easy.
Okay. This is Dan Orlovsky after the first game.
Second touchdown pass. And there's so many things that you watched in college kind of transfer over to the NFL game, and you sit there and go, that looks like starting quarterback quality material or play by Shedeur Sanders. Number one, you're going to get pressure off the left side. Now, Shedeur initially wants to throw the ball to the tight end. You can see after the motion comes, his eyes are going to peek left. He wants to throw this ball to the tight end on what is known as a little bit of a stick route. Because his eyes are looking there, he naturally sees this blitzing linebacker. And so the initial reaction by Shedeur is natural. That guy pressuring, he wants to leave, okay? He wants to leave. He doesn't realize that this back is definitely coming across. There has to be a trust that comes there. But I love the fact that he's going to leave right now. Now, I want everyone at home to understand and pay attention. See where he is when he makes his initial leave, okay? And then he's going to set in the pocket and be in perfect throwing motion. I love the fact that he resets himself. So often quarterbacks leave and they turn this into a...
How many times did he say, I love something that Shedeur did?
Oh, I watched that episode live. I watch Get Up on the regular, so I remember this
on the regular.
I remember this glazing session.
Right.
Oh, for sure.
Because it was hardcore. Like he should have just went ahead and put the pink fuzzy knee pads on at that point.
Oh,
and I wouldn't call it a glazing session because he's actually correct, but then it's funny.
Scramble session, and it's a yard or two. Resets himself as a passer. When he does that, he gets this inside post, okay? When that inside post clears and that safety follows, you're going to watch Shedeur's eyes go there and go, nope, the throw doesn't go there. What actually happens is that safety leaves a vacancy here, okay? That's where the ball has to go, and then ball comes out right now, and we say this oftentimes in the NFL. Down in the red zone, in the end zone, face masker higher, belt buckle or lower to protect the throw. That's belt buckle or lower right there. Now, I told everybody, remember, I want to go back. He leaves on the hash, right? When he leaves the hash, see the space that he gets to? That's the operational space that I talk about. Perfect pocket, but he's still a passer. And then that ball comes out perfectly thrown. But he did it in executed reaction, understanding, ball placement. It was there.
What does the tape show, Dan? What did we actually see?
That the bad habits and some of the traits that we saw show up in college were very prevalent this past weekend against the Rams. Holding on to the football, catching the snap and not reading the defense, kind of evaluating what the defensive line is doing, and then trying to see if you can go make a play.
Now, the problem.
I'm sorry, it was funny before you stopped it. It was showing his stuff, and it was like, fifth round pick, 12. It was like, all right.
It's like, how do you go from saying he looks like a starting NFL quarterback and all the things that you love, how he moved the pocket, did all of the things, how he had trust in the running back to make the block, how he threw the ball, how, it's either high or low, and you got to do this, to turn into, all the bullshit that we was talking about in college came out. Like, come on, man.
If they were doing this like every week with every quarterback when they have like a bad game, it'd be one thing, but
right, because you know what didn't happen? There was no breakdown for the bad game of Dylan Gabriel.
No, he threw a whole pick six, and they were like, there were two receivers in the area. It wasn't the try to say it wasn't the quarterback's fault. Yeah, I'm like, you're telling me that a safety who saw the out route that did what he was supposed to do, which was attack, picked that ball off and scored, and that wasn't the quarterback's fault. We watch enough football film to know that when you're watching quarterbacks, the out route is one of the hardest routes to throw. It is a timing route. If you don't throw that ball in the exact spot where it needs to go, if you throw it too late, it's picked off. If you throw it too early, it's picked off. You have to put that ball fastball style on the numbers, or you've got to put it where that receiver's hands are, where only that receiver can catch it. Like, there's very few, you can't mess that throw up because it will be a pick six like it was. And he split the two receivers, which means he didn't even know who he was throwing to.
No. And to double back on the types of throws that need to be made. The offense completely changed. The play calling was completely different when Dillon Gabriel was in the game and when Shedeur was in the game. If Shedeur was playing with the worst offensive line, you should have gave him shorter routes. You should have gave him opportunities to get the ball out quick. You don't go play action and then try to get the ball deep or go empty when the 5 dudes you got in front of him can't block.
Or go deep 5-step, 7-step, 9-step drop.
And not to mention the multiple double move routes that he tried to, like we've seen the film. Like, so, by all means, if you don't know what we're talking about, just go back and watch closely and you'll see but the fact that 4 of those 5 linemen got cut on cut day told me everything I need to know, which is why I practically threw that film away. Like I watched, because even the video, I think Mulich had posted it and somebody tried to jump on his ass talking about, he should have just stepped up in the pocket. I was like,
did you look at the play? Look at the play.
I would like to know where, because Mulich hit the nail on the head. Had he stepped up, it was finna be a strip sack from the left-hand side, because that lineman didn't have a good block in the first place, and that guy had already done his rip, and he was already underneath him. So if Shedeur would have stepped up, that ball was coming out, and then it would have looked worse for him.
Nobody was open. So step up into what?
Step up into getting his ass handed to him.
As soon as I learned how to,
do y'all watch the game, or do y'all just
how to pull the all 22?
Yeah.
As soon as I learned how to pull the all 22, just because I don't think people, because they watch Instagram clips and they don't see the entire field on, why is he's holding on the ball too long? Dude, there was nobody open. Like
no, there was not even the check down.
Yeah, like there was one time they'll highlight one. Oh, look, the guy's going across the middle. Like, yeah, but he's like the third read. He ain't even get there yet.
Yeah, and we're not even talking about like you as the TV, the couch coach / quarterback, you saw him across the middle, but you're not seeing what's happening behind the line of scrimmage. Right. He may not see that because there might be a fucking defensive lineman swiping at his fucking face. So he's not going to see that.
This was the most irritating part, bro, because motherfuckers really try to sit up there and tell me that he could have thrown the check down, he could have thrown the swing route. I'm like, no, that doesn't make any fucking sense, because he can't step up, nor can he sit up there and make moves with his legs. Bro, the running back, who everybody was saying he's supposed to check down to, throw it to the running back. He was supposed to chip the nigga who was giving him all the fucking pressure. So, just so we understand football, right? If the running back gets that chip, that means that Shedeur can actually step up in the pocket and maybe find an open receiver. He did not, meaning he wasn't going to even have time to find the last read, which is who? The swing route running back, who was supposed to get what? The chip. Do y'all see how football works?
Well, the thing is, even if he would have got that ball to the check down, the running back in that desperation, that running back would have got blown up.
Yeah, like
there was an outside linebacker lurking right there, lurking by the hash. Like, please go back and look at the film. He was lurking by the hash, waiting for him to do that little just do this, and that running back was going to get blown the fuck up.
Yeah, and we can't. And the thing about it is, and I heard some people say, like, you can't. The only way you can judge Dillon Gabriel and Shedeur is if they had the exact same stuff. They had the same offensive line, same wide receivers, same running backs, all of those things. When Dillon Gabriel had his start against who they played the second week? The
Eagles?
The Eagles?
Yeah, they played the Eagles when Shedeur was injured with the oblique injury.
Yeah. He looked like some shit. Right? So they revamped it, gave him some shorter passes and all that stuff in week 3 of the preseason. He got some quick passes off. He got some, things off, and he threw the touchdown. Now, everybody makes a big deal about the touchdown. And I'm like, look, the nigga was in the end zone by himself. You couldn't fuck that up.
No.
Now, Shedeur in the same thing was super accurate the way that he is. 2 touchdowns. You saw all of the things. You saw his mobility because he ran a couple times. You saw the accuracy. He put it in small windows. He did all the things that y'all said he couldn't do. So we leave it at that. We just say, look, they both look good in spots. Yeah. That's it.
And I think the other issue is that in that third game, Joe Flacco should never played.
He should have never played.
Like, you should have went ahead and started Dillon Gabriel and then had Shedeur, come in and do that. And then you could have done the Snoop Huntley thing despite y'all cutting that motherfucker the very next day as well. So, like, because there was Joe Flacco's your starter. why you got a 40-some-odd-year-old quarterback playing in the preseason? Like, even if
matter.
Exactly. Come on now. Like, you know he's your starter. He knows your offense. He don't need to play. You need to see what these two rookies got, because one of them, and I believe Pickett was healthy at this time, or kind of healthy. No, he was still banged up. No, he wasn't back yet. So it would have been literally Gabriel, Shedeur, and Snoop Huntley. That's what would have happened. And Snoop Huntley could have played in the fourth quarter and called it a day.
I would have, if you knew you wasn't keeping Snoop. Like, that's the whole thing to me. You knew you wasn't keeping him, so it didn't matter if he played or not. You should have just let
them signing him. Them signing him made no sense.
Zero.
Like, you signed him because what? Because Pickett was still hurt. Like, you didn't intend to keep Kenny Pickett. Like, if you didn't see through the smoke and mirrors from the jump, Kenny Pickett was always a trade asset. That was all.
The dude was
never going to make he was never going to be on the final roster. He was never going to be on the final roster. No, they kept him because they're like, somebody's going to need either a backup or something. Unfortunately, it cost Aiden O'Connell getting injured for that to happen, but that's how it happened.
And I'm going to tell you what happened. They drafted Kenny Pickett with the intent on him being the backup quarterback. But what happened was they got everybody into camp and realized that he's not better than the two rookie dudes that we got.
Yeah. No.
As much as we don't think Dylan Gabriel is good, he's better than Kenny Pickett.
Both of them are better than Kenny Pickett.
Yeah, Shedeur is light years better than him. So they looked at it and was like, well, if somebody's going to have to go, it's going to be Kenny Pickett.
Yeah. No. And the thing is, when they announced it, because granted, it's funny, right? They've had technically five quarterbacks this whole time. We just don't talk about Deshaun Watson. Mm-hmm. Deshaun Watson is rehabbing. We have not seen the last of Deshaun Watson on an NFL field. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Like, whatever you want to say about all the odd ass shit that goes on with him off the field, on the field, he's not built for. He wasn't really ready made for a Kevin Stefanski offense. It's just not his style of play. And I don't think because I still don't think Deshaun Watson's a bad quarterback. There's too much film of him. There's too much film of him being amazing.
He'll be in Dallas.
Next year.
He'll be in Dallas.
We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. We're gonna don't worry, Dallas. We got something for y'all. But so he's rehabbing. He's already on the field, like he's in the practice facility throwing already. Deshaun Watson is. He's already putting weight on the Achilles. He's already doing work. Someone's gonna take a flyer on him. He could also fuck around and end up back in his former division. He could end up with a team like Jacksonville. I said what I said. Which
that'd be dicey. You got to figure out. So they would have to pull off a big trade to get Trevor out of it.
They will, but there's a reason why I said that. Miami could be in the cards too.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's like the thing about it is, I talked about it last week, and I was like, if I was me, and we'll tie up the Shedeur portion of the show right here. If I was the Sanders family, I'd probably sue all of the owners in the NFL.
Damn.
Because we've heard too many rumblings about collusion and stuff like that, right?
Oh yeah, we hear that every couple of years.
And I'm talking about in Shedeur's case.
Yeah, since he decided like not to participate in the combine.
So if the rumblings are that the owners sent out this thing that don't draft him. They were upset about the prime equity clause, yada, 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 yada. Like you said, GQ, in the beginning, the Saints needed a quarterback and did not draft Shedeur. You know who's look stupid as fuck right now? And I'm wearing their hat right now because they're idiots.
The Raiders.
This is how crazy it is. And it just so happens that it felt like this. The Raiders traded to get Kenny Pickett. Mm-hmm. And they gave up a 5th round pick. Do you know who they could have drafted in the 5th round?
Talk about it.
No, they could have, but but in this situation, Pete Carroll was set on Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold played his way into another contract.
Mm-mm.
He threw himself.
I know what he didn't. Yeah,
a somersault.
Well, yes, but say what you want, but AOC resurrected part of his career. And that's all for a quarterback in the NFL that was a high draft pick. That's all it takes. One somewhat crazy productive looking season and you get another chance. Because look at Baker.
I mean, I'm not mad at Gino.
Like, I'm not mad at Sam for getting the bag, but the Raiders could have been patient and this could have happened. Because in the same draft that you got Ashton Genty, could have also gotten Shedeur. You could have still gotten you still could have got Beck. Like the Raiders had a good draft. The Raiders actually had a good draft for as far as like the guys they drafted. They really
literally could have. Everybody that's on the Browns right now, look like this, and look at this one. The Raiders could have drafted Ashton Genty.
Yep.
Will Johnson.
Yep.
Shedeur.
Because they got Beck in the third. They got Beck in the third.
What's the receiver?
Beck. His last name's Beck.
Isaiah Bond.
Bond. Well, Bond went on Bond. I understand why. I understand.
His ass.
Yeah, I understand why teams didn't like, but the fact that he still got. I mean, granted, Cleveland. I think Cleveland ended up signing him when it's all said and done. Which kudos to Cleveland, I guess, because you still talking about the fastest receiver that was coming out of the draft. Like speed kills. I mean, literally.
But you could have. Like, there's so many things that the Raiders could have done. I speed this up just to say that all of the Raiders ended up cutting Cam Miller, and the other dude. Like the two quarterbacks that you drafted instead of you ended up cutting both these niggas.
Yeah.
The fucking Saints. That's a mess. That's an absolute dumpster fire in New Orleans.
Yeah. And then I fucked up because I said Sam Darnold and I meant Geno Smith. My brain went thinking about something else. Sam Darnold's in Seattle. That's what I thought. Sam Darnold, Seattle. I still remember Pete Carroll being the coach, and I was like, no, that's not right. So I had to correct myself before they clipped me up and try to say I don't know what I'm talking about.
And I wanted to end this this is how bad people talk about Shedeur. And I bring my nigga Bomani in because my wife loves GQ and she thinks GQ reminds her of Bomani Jones. But I'm about to kick Bomani's back in.
I'll take that as kind of a compliment.
She was like, no, he reminds me of Bomani. My wife always says that. All right, this is Bomani about the Shedeur situation.
I don't think that they are putting Shedeur in the best possible situations to show what he can do, but also it is the Browns. Deshaun Watson is guaranteed every penny. They had Julio Jones, and now they don't. These are the Browns, bro.
The number one pick in the draft this year was a black dude who started off as a 0-star recruit, went to Incarnate Word, and then took his black to Washington State before getting to Miami, making himself the number one overall pick, and he looks pretty good. People who could easily be supporting him in that, which is an actual sports story, are instead leaning on the reality television element that is Shedeur Sanders.
But Shedeur is selling perseverance.
What is he persevered?
Persevered to falling all the way down to the 5th round when y'all said I should have been going higher.
That's what we call a perseverance now.
Is that not the league having a thumb on your neck just a little bit? Shedeur ain't swimming upstream at all?
That does not count as swimming upstream.
Now, I want you to understand this. If I read these numbers to you, all right, fellas, 5 of 8 for 67 yards, 2 of 7 for 42 yards, 3 of 4 for 36 yards, which ends up being 10 of 19 for 145 yards, no touchdown. How do you feel about that for your quarterback in 3 games?
In the preseason?
Yeah.
Slightly below average.
I would like a score somewhere in there.
Like I would have liked a couple of tutties.
At least
like at least 2.
At least 1 or 2.
That was Cam Ward in the preseason. He just said that Cam Ward looks good. Shedeur threw 14 to 23, 138, 2 touchdowns in just 1 game. So how can you? Did he just throw a goddamn? Oh, it's a punt.
No, it's Georgia Tech got the ball right now.
He just punted. Yeah. All right. So it's like, what are we supposed to talk about him if that's what we got in the preseason? Like, what are we supposed to talk about?
Nothing.
Like, I don't know what
I didn't understand. Like, when I was watching it, I was trying to be objective and be like, all right. But part of it, he was correct. Like, Cam Ward did build himself from nothingness.
You really?
However, let's go to the other side of this. Shedeur went to an HBCU.
Thank you.
That nobody had really, unless you watch HBCU football, you didn't know who Jackson State was.
How many stars was Shedeur coming out of high school?
Out of high school? Mm-hmm. What, 2?
1.
Oh, my bad. I gave him an extra star. I knew he wasn't highly recruited.
Their stories are similar. That's why they can relate to one another. That's why they're very close friends.
Yeah.
Like, instead of going to Washington State, he went to fucking Colorado. Same fucking school, basically. But one turned the program around. The other one had to leave, go to Miami. He did what he did.
Yeah, like he did what he was supposed to do at Miami as far as building his draft stock. I mean, right. He broke the ACC touchdown record and all that other stuff. Like he played in that bowl game for like two series or whatever, through his 55th or 56th, however many touchdowns it was, and then tapped himself out.
And then at the end of the day, Shedeur, they were supposed to go 1 and 2. Whether you had Shedeur going 1, Cam going 2, Cam going 1, Shedeur going 2, they were supposed to go 1-2. Like, they both built themselves up to be in top 3 picks in the NFL draft.
Yeah, well, that whole draft, first 10 rounds, the weeks 16 and 17 of the NFL season completely flipped that shit upside down.
Right.
Because I don't, if the draft order wouldn't have changed based off of that week 17 game, neither quarterback would have went in the first 5 picks based on how things were going to be set up initially. Because a lot of the teams,
I think at that point, I think Shedeur goes to the Raiders. I think he goes.
Yeah, and the Raiders would have been 6th at that time.
No, the Raiders had the first pick.
Oh, that's right. The Raiders did fumble that bag at the end. Well,
they fucked that shit. They fucked that shit up.
The Raiders and the Jets, because the Jets were in that conversation. They fell off of obscurity. The Patriots were in that conversation. We still ended up in the top 5, but we had a shot at the 1, which would have been great for us because we didn't need a quarterback. Which I was already like, please, if we get the 1, can we trade that shit and build up a bunch?
I think y'all would have got Travis.
That'd have been interesting. Him and Christian Gonzalez together would have been
nasty.
That'd have been nasty. But I would have wanted. But I personally, I would have wanted like Abdul Carter.
I'm not big on Abdul Carter.
For the way of a Mike Vrabel defense, a guy like him, I would have been. He would have fit the bill. That's really it. I'm thinking about fit. And Mike Vrabel's defense, a guy like that's a Mike Vrabel type of guy. That's my main reasoning for him.
Okay.
This is the interesting part about this, right? I love Bomani, but I'm about to cook you, bro. I ain't even gonna hold you. It's funny how he said that once Shedeur didn't persevere anything, they literally had the same path, right? But 2, he doesn't have a ladder to climb, or it's not like the NFL has a ladder or has a thumb around on his neck. Knowing what Eric Dickerson said in his comments, knowing that it's not a secret anymore, the league literally colluded against this man because of who his dad was. Prominent sources, right? This is Mr. LA Ram here. This isn't just no random.
This is the Ram ambassador.
You know what I mean? This isn't just no random ass scout or no random ass side coach who's just coming out anonymously and say something. Like, Edie's putting the motherfucking name to this shit, saying like, yeah, nah, I didn't talk to some peoples, and some peoples told me that the league literally had meetings and said, don't draft him. And it wasn't until somebody called the Browns, because the Browns wasn't even going to draft him. It's like, don't do that to that.
Do you know who the word is that made that call?
I don't know. I don't know.
Yes.
One Donald J. Trump.
Take a wild guess.
I wouldn't. That wouldn't have been any person I would have guessed in that regard. But
they said Trump put the call in and was like, "Look, make this shit happen."
Because like the crazy thing is like if they decided to say don't draft him because of who his dad is, I'm like, do you understand how much revenue his dad brought to the NFL? Like,
well, you got to think about it. The one person that was real about what was going on, Brian Daboll. He's a sucker for it, but I respect him
yeah.
for actually saying it out loud. He said verbatim, I was not drafting Shedeur because the chance of his father coming in and taking my job were too high.
I mean, his job is on the line. He's hoping that a guy like, you know, Russ or Jackson Dart can save his job for a year or two. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I like Dayball as a coach. Like, I think it would be a mistake if the Giants fired him, because I just do. Like, because he'll end up in a better situation, most likely.
You think?
Yeah. I mean, but I actually like what the Giants are kind of trying to build. Like, there's enough young pieces there where, like,
no, I like what I think the Giants.
I think Dayball's the right coach. I think Dayball's the right coach for this group.
Very good.
I think they're going to be way better than what people think.
Think about his entire tenure. He finally got to draft his guy at quarterback.
I thought he drafted Daniel Jones. He didn't draft Daniel Jones? Oh, okay.
If I remember correctly, no.
Okay. I thought he did. My bad. I was like, look, you can't be called a quarterback whisperer and you can't get a nigga right that you
I
drafted.
think that was Matt Rule.
I feel like that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was a Matt Rule guy. Like, that wasn't a Dayball guy. Dayball just kept him because that's what boosted Ryan Dayball, because he took Daniel Jones and them to the playoffs, and they won a playoff game. Like, that was what his recent claim to fame was.
Okay.
So, you know.
No. Okay. Since we're on the NFL, let's get to we'll get to the trade talk. Okay. So we got oldies but goodies. Adam Thielen goes back to Minnesota.
Love it.
Amari Cooper comes back to the black and silver here in Vegas.
Love that too.
You know, a couple guys that left teams ended up going back, reuniting. Nice things. Like to hear those. Like to hear that. We thought Amari Cooper would be a good fit in Vegas. And I didn't think that I didn't think Jacoby Myers would be the expendable.
Well, he requested a trade right before they signed Amari Cooper.
The thing about Jacoby Myers is he's overestimating his value in the NFL.
Ooh, they got him again.
Yeah.
That damn mobile quarterback.
What I miss? I'm behind.
That mobile quarterback again.
So I think he's gonna find out. He's not a starting quarterback. I mean, starting wide receiver. Wherever he just thinks he's gonna go.
I don't understand why he's doing this right now. Just chill out. Like,
goddamn.
Understand what they're building, but requesting a trade.
His quarterback is stupid.
I don't know. I feel like his
man. Oh, one more. You had one more going home story. Brandon Cooks in the Saints.
Brandon Cook, that was the other one. Yeah.
Keenan Allen went back to the Chargers.
Oh yeah, damn.
Keenan Allen going to the Chargers. 45-yard touchdown run. That is some bullshit.
Yeah. There it is. Oops, excuse me. Yep. Oh, jeez.
Mm-hmm.
QB power.
And the crazy thing about it is,
damn it was QB power up the middle too.
I said I was scared that they wasn't going to be able to stop Jamal Haynes, and it's not even Jamal Haynes busting their ass. The fucking quarterback.
Yep.
I can point out a goddamn QB power in a mile. Man, that's my play. I'm telling you, point it out a mile away.
Yeah, so there's that.
Jeez.
Micah Parsons, big news, going to the Packers. Now, Melvin, I don't give two shits about Micah Parsons. I don't think Micah Parsons is as good as everybody thinks he is. That's just me. I agree with Jerry Jones when he said we got to stop the run sometime. And Michael Parsons wasn't going to help you do that. And him going to the Packers doesn't make them a Super Bowl contender. I'm sorry. That defense is trash.
That secondary is trash.
What linebacker they got?
That secondary was, I think they think they were at the bottom of the league in like pass breakups last year. I'm pretty sure they were. Yeah, I'm pretty. And I mean, in sacks, they had their one. Rashawn. I think Rashawn Garrity gave you what was it 7 or 8 sacks last year.
And
like
Kenny Clark is gone. Like he was the guy that was stopping the run. So you gave Kenny Clark up. So the defensive line is going to be suspect. Your linebackers was suspect, and the secondary outside of Xavier McKinney was some bullshit.
Yeah, because you traded Jair. Well, you released Jair Alexander, and he ended up with the Ravens. Which that might come back. That might come back to bite you, because I think
that's definitely gonna come back and bite.
Yeah, because Jair Alexander probably was your best secondary player, despite the injuries he was dealing with the last season and a half, for lack of a better term.
You know, so I don't think this makes them any better. Me personally, I just don't see the Packers offensively. I love the Packers. Yeah,
well, what the Packers are going to be relying on is that the quarterback pressures from Micah Parsons will help that young set now, because their secondary is young now. That's the thing. Like, they don't have a lot of veterans on that secondary now, because they pretty much think Jair Alexander is one of their older veteran players. They're mostly young guys that they drafted within the last couple years. So what I'm assuming, what they're hoping for is that these guys are going to, step up their play. And what helps the secondary? A pass rush of some kind. I ain't saying it's got to be, but it's going to be more of a pass rush than they've had previously. It's an improvement from what they've previously had, which is all they can ask for. What you need is what you're saying about that offense. They all need to stay healthy.
Yeah, like the
Romeo Doubs can't get no more damn concussions. Jordan Love can't fuck up his thumb, his wrist, his elbow, his kneecap. No, none of that shit. Christian Watson can't fuck up not a single other limb. I mean, I know you got Matthew Golden, but he's a rookie. And then you got Dontavian Wicks. I like him too. Like
Dontavian Wicks. The receiving core is really, really good.
Yeah, they have to stay healthy. And you got Brandon. You got Josh Jacobs. You got Josh Jacobs that you can also, ride all the way to the playoffs too. So
right. And it's Xavier McKinney, their best safety, is out. Nate Hobbs, their best nickel corner, out.
I thought McKinney was still there.
Yeah, he's still there, but he's hurt out.
Oh,
so
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like the best players on their defense are even available right now. Like that's the ultimate problem for the Packers that I see.
Not to mention 8 seconds already.
Their linebackers are absolutely.
So the same issue like the Detroit Lions, who had 21 fucking players on injured reserve last year.
Mm-hmm.
Which is what people need to stop forgetting about. That's why I still think the Lions are the best team in that division. Like, bro, they got as far as they got with a quarter of their fucking team on injured reserve.
Easily.
Their best defensive player was out.
Yeah, easily.
You lost Aiden Hutchinson and you still made it to the second round of the playoffs.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, first round. Didn't they play Washington the first round?
No.
Or was it second? It was second round.
They played Washington the second round.
Second round. Yep.
But I don't think that the Micah Parsons thing, it don't mean that much to me. Yeah. Now, like I said, I can be completely wrong later down the line, but as of right now, I don't see this being anything. Well, all right. So Colorado lost. But we said this. I was optimistic. I wanted to see how they played in this game. I like that they did. They played very well. They're gonna beat the shit out of Delaware next week.
I enjoyed that. That was improvement.
Yeah, this is the defense. The fact, and for Colorado, because I guess the way the game was going, they couldn't continue. But they actually proved that they can run the ball.
Oh no, definitely this year they got 2 solid backs this year.
That was a big thing.
Yeah, one of them didn't. They got one of them out of transfer portal, didn't they?
Mm-hmm. I think Mike.
Well, and they had the young kid from last year, was the Alabama transfer.
Yeah, the Alabama transfer.
Yeah, he was there last year with he was there last year with all them with Shedeur and all them. So this is his second year in that system.
Yeah, his second stint in the system.
So he should be solid. They really got hurt because they lost their entire skill group. You got Jimmy. You lost Jimmy Horn to the NFL, who's now playing with the Panthers. You obviously lost Travis Hunter. You lost Shedeur Sanders. So they're rebounding. Then of course you lost Shiloh, and then Shiloh got cut, which is odd. But we'll talk about cuts and stuff here in a minute.
Yeah. So I don't know. What are your feelings on Micah and all that bullshit?
So I don't dislike him. Like I think he's a uniquely gifted player. I definitely think he's a disruptive type of player. Like I do think he's a not, and I don't mean like I'm saying on the actual field of play. If you use him, the way you should use him, you use him on the edge, let him go to town, let him do his thing. And then teams start running away from you. And then it's like, okay, now you got him running all over the field. And it's like, now what? And I mean, the numbers speak for themselves. He's still right there with sacks and everything else. Like, just like, the other two guys who were paid the most money prior to him.
You put him in the same category?
No. What I said was the numbers. I said the numbers, the sack numbers are on par with them. That's all I said. I ain't said nothing else.
I don't think they're on par with him. I think.
No, I'm saying if you go look at the stats for the last 3 years, like his sack numbers aren't far. Like they're in the same. They're not far off. Like that's what I'm like. They're in the same. They're all like they're in the same stratosphere. So, like I'm not sitting there telling you that he's better than those guys. No. I mean, there are not a lot of humans better than Myles Garrett. I'm just gonna throw that out.
I just don't, because I guess when they have the conversation, because I literally listen to someone say that Micah Parsons is one of, if not the greatest edge rusher we've ever seen.
No,
absolutely not.
And I'm like,
he's only 26. We're not even halfway through his whatever his career is going to be yet. Like we're not having this conversation. Rusher. Like now,
the best edge rusher playing in the league now.
Now, if over the next 4 years, he leads the league in sacks and gets a couple defensive players of the year, let's revisit that conversation. But in the meantime, we're not going to have that conversation. Yeah, that's crazy. Not. Like I didn't like when they tried to compare him to Lawrence Taylor. I was like, please don't do that. Don't be disrespectful. Don't be disrespectful. No. Like, and that's not, and I'm not sitting here telling you that Micah Parsons is a bad player, but Lawrence Taylor is him. Lawrence Taylor is him.
I think Micah Parsons is a solid. He could be a much better player if he was disruptive in the running game as much as he was in the passing game.
Yeah,
that's what makes Myles Garrett so unique. That's what makes. He's a literal man child. Yeah,
who's explosive as all get. And then TJ Watt's more of a linebacker versus an edge too. So like, because the Steelers like to move him around and play him at linebacker, but. With Micah, like Micah needs to be with a defensive scheme that also has some other dogs.
Right. He's not going to go. You just can't line him up and be like, go get it.
Yeah. Like you need to have another pass rusher who was commanding double teams. And now you're like, okay, now which one do we double team?
You had Dexter Lawrence on the other side.
Yeah. But I don't know. That whole situation was weird. Like, but you saw the writing on the wall. Like, if anybody's really shocked by it, like you had 2 other contracts to see how this was gonna go.
No,
you saw how it went with CeeDee Lamb. You saw how it went with Dak. I was like, there's no way Jerry's gonna go 3 for 3 with these crazy ass, long, stretched out ass contracts. And when they started kind of piecing them together, I was like, the fact that you paid Dak and CeeDee before Micah, that already told me something was off.
Dak, I understood. If you're going to pay, you pay the quarterback first. You got to pay the quarterback. But when they paid CD before they paid Micah, he's gone. He's out of here. Like this, he's out of here. Because the thing is, like, they still got to pay Trayvon Diggs. They still gonna have to pay the young kid that's coming up, the kid Overshown. They're gonna have to pay him. Like, there's a bunch of dudes on that defense that you got to pay. And like I said, Michael was going to be the most expensive one.
No, without question. You had that, but then you also had to have the Jerry side of this. And the documentary didn't help. Because even if, like, the way this whole thing was setting up, it was like Jerry at the end of the day got what he wanted. Attention was on Dallas in the situation where they're going to play Philadelphia next week in Philadelphia. Philadelphia is going to raise the banner. So in Jerry's mind, he's like, how can I take attention away from the champs raising their banner? Let's have a good old-fashioned contract stalemate. Let's leak some crazy-ass shit. Let's say, hey, I had a handshake agreement, and I don't want to involve your third. I don't want a third wheel coming into the, like, let Jerry just start doing senile things and saying wild and exotic-ass shit, which is pretty much on par for how Jerry operates anyway. And he got what he wanted. He prioritized offense and scoring points and not stopping people. They basically created the Temu Cincinnati Bengals.
Well, no, I'm gonna blame this on the defense. I'm gonna blame this on the defense.
No, that's fine. No,
because
no,
it's not
but-
like they don't have talent. Because
they do.
The Bengals don't have talent. Like that, it's just bad, and they don't have talent. The Cowboys,
They got one guy on defense. They got one guy.
The Cowboys, you can argue, have been the most talented team, top to bottom, in the NFL for like 6 years.
7 or 8, honestly, for me.
Like that defense is stacked. But for whatever, I will always chalk it up to coaching. When you got that much talent, bro, it's coaching. It's not even the play. You got to figure out how to push all the buttons. Like you can't. You got Deron Bland. You got Trayvon Diggs. You got the safety. I forgot the other safety's name. You got him. You got all of the fucking linebackers, and they all young. Then you had Micah and I said Dexter Lawrence, but is it Dexter Lawrence?
Still got Dexter. What's his name? Freaking
like you got all of that shit, and your defense ass. Mind you, one of those seasons, Trayvon Diggs was flirting with breaking the interception record, and then the next year, Deron Bland set the record for most pick sixes.
Yeah, but I mean, when they lost that playoff game to the 49ers, that was not the defense's fault.
No, because that
was I will 100% say that was mostly coaching.
And that's what
that was piss poor. That was piss poor clock management in a game to a goal to go game winning drive situation. And the offense stalled.
You have Dalvin Cook on your roster all last year, and you never activated this nigga. And you talk about we don't have a
but you used an old Zeke for old time's sake, for old Renaissance sake.
Doesn't
like that was going to do something like Zeke.
Well, the offensive line they didn't use Zeke is a different type of like they put too much money into Dak to do what is best for Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott should never throw the ball more than 25 times again.
Called it.
Never. Like that's his cap. 25. If he's throwing that shit 30 times, y'all losing. 100%. He is supposed to turn around, hand that shit off to somebody. I don't care who it is. Somebody is supposed to be running the football.
Oh shit.
Anybody. Because one thing that the Dallas Cowboys is a stat that we all know. If the Cowboys rush for 100 yards, guess what they do?
Marcus Lawrence is actually in Seattle now.
Damn.
DeMarcus Lawrence. There you go. I kept saying Dexter Lawrence. He's the tackle for the Giants.
But still.
But but the Cowboys is coaching, but they're trying to turn Dak Prescott into a A+ quarterback when he's like a B+ quarterback. And that's okay. With
you can win with a B+ quarterback.
Yeah, that's good. With all Troy Aikman was a B+, maybe a B quarterback. But when you put the right talent around him, he gonna make it shape.
I called it. Just want everybody to know. I called it. Because when Dak got his contract, I literally said, if you pay CD, Mike is leaving. If you play Mike is done. He's leaving. And
he wasn't keeping all three of them.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, it was no secret how the Cowboys operated, right? And they wanted to be pushed in the forefront.
They prioritized offense over defense.
Now, the problem, the biggest problem with all of this is like, I guess not really the problem, is really the question is like, where does Dallas go from here?
Nowhere.
I'm not saying for the C, I'm saying like directionally speaking, because Dak's not getting younger.
No.
CD's your youngest skill player. Pickens is in a contract year. Are you going to pay Pickens after this year?
This is what I said. This is Melvin. What Melvin would have did was I'd find a trade partner, whether it's the Dolphins, whether it's the Colts. I'll even throw the Cardinals into this mix.
I'm listening.
Get Dak Prescott out of the paint. He's got to go. You call Cleveland. Inquire about Deshaun Watson. Why? Deshaun Watson's not going to cost you a lot of money. He's going to get paid $230 million guaranteed from Cleveland. It is what it is. So you can get him on a cheap prove-it deal in Dallas. maybe you pay him $8 to $10 million. That's fine. With George Pickens, with CD, with that offense, with those running games, and that defense, and a motivated Deshaun Watson, roll the dice. See what you got.
Because he'll be what? He's 28, 27, 27, 28?
28. I think he's 27 now. He'll be 28.
Yeah, he's not 30 yet.
Yeah, I think he'll be 28.
I
Or
think Jerry Jones.
I was like, yeah, there. I mean, because the reason I don't, the only one of those I wouldn't really buy too much stock in is the Arizona one, because I don't think they're just gonna take Dak and do nothing with Kyler. Like, I think Kyler's gonna still.
Oh no, Kyler, you trade that motherfucker too?
Trade him where? Why would you trade Kyler? Let me ask a much different question. Why would you trade Kyler?
Like, because of Kyler. I don't know. I feel like because you may want to trade him because the experiment in Arizona might be over, considering, I guess, the circumstances. I gave him this year to really more prove it, though. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Okay. See, if you're gonna move Kyler at all, if he moves, there's only two places I personally would like to see him in, and it's Miami and Jacksonville.
That's honestly what I'm thinking.
Like, I did, and I say that, which is since while Mel's recovering his GED, I'm completely out on Trevor Lawrence. Like, I'm out on him. Like, I gave him time. They said he was the golden boy, generational talent, all this shit. I'm out. Like, I've watched enough of him play. Like, even if you subtract the Urban Meyer time, what has he actually done to warrant the current contract he has besides play quarterback in NFL? Like, what else has he done to warrant that? Like, if the market wasn't what the market was for quarterbacks, why is Trevor Lawrence making anywhere near the same money that Joe Burrow's making? Because that definitely ain't the same. You're not finna tell me at all that Trevor Lawrence should be making the same amount of money that Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow been to the playoffs multiple times and the Super Bowl. Trevor Lawrence ain't got out the first round.
And that's the problem with the quarterback market, unfortunately, because now teams feel like they have to pay their players based off of the market, which is exactly why Dak got the contracts, multiple plural, that he got.
At least when Dak got his contract, he had multiple playoff appearances, multiple 4,000-yard seasons. And Dak's also been one of those quarterbacks that doesn't throw a lot of interceptions. Like, Dak Prescott's one of those quarterbacks that if he would have hit the open market prior to that contract, he would have had a lot of suitors. And justifiably so. I like Dak Prescott is a lot of people don't want to say this, so I'm gonna say it. Dak Prescott is a quarterback you can win a Super Bowl with. If he is with the right organization, you can win a Super Bowl with Dak Prescott. Can you say the same about Trevor Lawrence?
I might be biased, but I'm of the firm belief that if you can win with somebody like Trent Dilfer, you can win with anybody.
Okay, fine. I'll buy that. It's just right now, given what he did in college and then coming over to the NFL and having the amount of time he's had, it's not like he's been throwing the scrubs his whole career.
True.
He had Brian Thomas Jr. last year. Now you've got you got Travis Hunter. You had a shell of Gabe Davis last year. You had Evan Ingram before he got moved or injured, one of the two. I don't remember what happened to Evan Ingram. Then they just now he's in Denver. I'm saying when he had him.
Yeah,
like when he had him, he led the league he led the tight ends in the NFL in touchdowns when he was with Trevor Lawrence. So it's like, what else do you need? Like you completely stopped using your running backs. Like we just forget that Travis Etienne was a guy. Like we just forgot, and now we're in a weird fucking trifecta of running back situation in Jacksonville between him, Bigsby, and Tayshaun Boutte, or however the fuck you say his name. So that shit's all in flux. So before you dropped out, Mel, the conversation was talking about Trevor Lawrence. And I said that I'm out on Trevor Lawrence. That's what I said. And that's just me because of the expectation. because he came into the league and he was supposed to be like the next guy based on what all the people said. And I don't think he's lived up to any of that. Just like, so we were talking about quarterback money.
Well,
and I was like, yeah. And then so what I said was, I was like, there's no way that you can justify to me that he should be making the same amount of money that Joe Burrow's making. Like they're not in the same class of quarterback.
Are they?
No, I would take Joe Burrow 10 times out of 10 times over Trevor Lawrence. Why? Because when shit hits the fan, I know Joe Burrow gonna put that ball where it needs to be.
The shit been hitting the fan for a couple of years and ain't got nothing.
And you know what? Despite that defense, they've still been like, your offense should not score 34 points and you lose. Like that's not on the offense. Like there's
games that they scored 2 points. I mean they scored 12 points and they've lost. Like he's been very inconsistent as well.
Well, his name is William, so
his name is William.
Welcome to the show, my boy. Welcome to the show.
So I just think
you guys.
Oh, but are we saying CC's name is William, or are we saying Joe Burrow?
Trevor Lawrence.
Okay. Gotcha. I was like, y'all not gonna put that man government name just out there like that. That's fucked.
That's the government. Yeah, that's the government name. That's when you playing bad. Matter of fact, I gotta find what Joe Burrow's actual name is.
You don't get to go by your nickname. You don't get to go by your sir. None of that. You
right.
Get to go by your government name because you playing trash. That's what. So his name is William until further notice.
Until further notice.
Then you can be called Trevor again. But until you play
Trevor Lawrence,
your name is William.
Yeah, like I firmly like Trevor Lawrence has at this point has got to show me something, because the money he was paid versus the production he's had and the playoff success that he's had don't add up. That's my issue with it. That's really my only issue. Had Trevor Lawrence not been paid top tier quarterback money, like tier 1 quarterback money, I wouldn't say what I've been saying. If he was paid tier 2 money, I'd have left him alone. I wouldn't have said shit. But you paid that man in the upper $50 million range.
Yeah,
and he ain't giving you $50 million production range.
Did we already conference the black quarterback thing?
I think that
no.
I think there's a difference because he called for it though. Like, unfortunately,
it doesn't apply to him because Trevor Lawrence is a low guy, but he's getting top paid dollar though to be a top performative guy, and he's not performative. If anybody said he's been that guy,
they ain't watching football. Last year was his first year in the NFL where he started getting injured because he's been relatively healthy.
Like he can be healthy, but like we get into the conversations and it's like we're talking about Trevor Lawrence or Lamar Jackson, and it's just kind of like
that's not a conversation.
That's not a conversation.
But we talking about mainstream media, and it's like he's blowing out the water. But everybody got Lamar in their mouths because he can't produce. But it's like this guy's getting top paid dollar. Have you guys mentioned Dak? Dak getting $60 million.
Listen, I would take Lamar as my franchise quarterback any day.
There's only two,
especially because last year wasn't even on Lamar. His fucking reliable hand ass tight end dropped a sure ass touchdown. That he should have. That he never like any other game of the year. Mark Andrews is catching that. Right. Just that particular moment.
It's time. That
was one of Lamar's better playoff games. He's had a couple of debacles where there's been some fumbles and some interceptions. That was one of his cleanest playoff games, and that was one where I was like, okay, this might be
on him.
No, that's what I'm saying. And then now, granted, he lost Trey Flowers. Trey Flowers was injured. That didn't help. So he was pretty much relying on Andrews, Bateman, because Flowers had jacked his knee up prior to that. Now they also 100% should have used Derrick Henry a whole lot more.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
you didn't use him a lot in the regular season, so you should have just ran him through the goddamn grinder in the playoffs. Like you should just let him and Lamar should just ran y'all to the Super Bowl.
That's the offense. If I was mistaken, I think that's the offense. And then you go back into your play calling when Derrick Henry's not producing. I don't know. They got things to figure out
Listen,
there.
Derrick Henry still ran for 1,900 yards last year, and
then
people
they
forgot
still
about that. They were. It was overshadowed by Saquon. He literally ran for 1,921 yards.
He said 1,900 slightly. Like, come on now.
Like, are y'all ready?
They
Y'all
still
want
had a deadly two-hand attack or two tight end attack.
right?
Yeah, and they're going to be without Isaiah Likely for possibly the first couple games this year. He's still injured with a foot injury.
So
I don't feel it.
y'all want to
What
set
you
the
got?
internet on
What
fire
you
right
got,
now?
Coach?
Go ahead and cook. What you cooking, Mel?
Okay. This conversation has been going on for the past month right now. And I used to be on a side. Now I'm no longer on the side. I'm on the other side. You know what happened with my man Cam? Cam is still a man. I still love Cam. I love Cam.
Cam's 50-50.
But what happens is the truth comes out. And we've gotten to this place where a lot of myth has been spewed about one Cameron Newton. So, who would you say is the greatest college quarterback of all time?
Oh, greatest college quarterback? You gotta do like years. You gotta do like decades.
Well, they're not doing that. They're not okay. I say
Quarterback
that
specifically, so that automatically changes my answer.
Quarterback specifically.
We
going Superman.
I say that because of this. This is why I say it.
We gotta go Superman. We gotta go Cam.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say. I would actually push back on that one.
This is why I did this.
I'm gonna let Mel cook and then I'm gonna drop mine.
I want you to talk. So
I'm gonna cook. I'm gonna cook in a second. This is all about Cam.
I would say Vince Young first.
I think stay there.
Absolutely.
Oh my God.
Stay right there. Stay right there.
I said what I said. I said what I said.
Stay right there. Stay right there. I said we're gonna set the internet on fire right now.
Let's do it.
Because this is the word on the street. This is the shit that people are saying.
Cam Newton gets his jersey retired at Auburn. Cam Newton, to me, in all of my time, that goes back from me playing, so I could say 96 on, so almost the last 30 years. Cam Newton is the best college football player I have ever seen. I will make that argument. Everybody wants to throw out names, this guy, that guy, this guy, that guy. He did it with nobody else on his team. I mean, this guy literally won a national championship with not a single other NFL player on offense. He did it by
Freeze.
Cam Newton, with no one on offense who played in the NFL, went undefeated in the SEC. And I am a person who does not believe in the idea of quarterback wins, except for one exception. Cam Newton at Auburn. There's never been anything like it. I want to say they won 7 games the year before or 8, and they won 7 or 8 games the year after, and they won 14 games the year with him. He was by himself worth 5 or 6 wins. He looked like he was bigger than everybody else. He was dragging everybody else, running a well-run high school offense, but a high school offense nonetheless. It was watching the team that just had the best athlete, and you let him do everything.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is the talk. This is what we all heard. This is what we believed. Because they talked it into our soul. It's like religion. You know, you don't really know, but they tell you so much that you start believing it.
And you don't fact check it.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Until you do your own fucking research.
Pullback.
Now, he says these are the talking points. He went undefeated in the SEC.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who plays in the SEC?
What was the year?
Who plays in the SEC?
14.
Auburn, Alabama, Arkansas, Tennessee, South Carolina, Florida. No, Florida's in the ACC.
Florida's not in the ACC. Florida is in the SEC.
No,
I'm thinking about Florida State.
In the-
Wrong Florida.
in
Florida. The Seminoles are in the ACC.
Yeah.
No, yeah. The Gators are in the SEC.
Yeah.
Now, just out of curiosity, who do you think had the second best record in the SEC that year?
What year
That
we
year?
talking about? What,
Cam's
2014?
national championship year?
2010.
Wasn't it Bama?
2010?
Try it again.
God damn.
Don't say it was Arkansas.
It was Arkansas.
Yeah, it was Arkansas.
I was like, hold on. Who was the running
They
back for
had-
Arkansas that year? Because I
they
think I know
had
what year you're talking
McFadden.
about now.
They had McFadden.
Yeah.
Nope. Darren McFadden
No, it wasn't
even on that
McFadden.
team.
It was
Nah, he
it
wasn't
was-
on the team.
McFadden wasn't on that team?
no, not
What team
2010.
was
No.
McFadden
But
Nope.
when as soon as I said it, I was like, it was Arkansas, and it was because it didn't make sense. When I remember looking, I was like, why the fuck is Arkansas so good? I was like, what am I missing here?
That was the Matt Jones team.
Yeah.
Now,
That was old.
this whole what's up, DJ Michael B? What's up, bro?
The LXG takeover has begun. Y'all already know
Yeah.
what time it is. Gentlemen's talk in the building. I'm here. Moo, what's
Go,
going on?
So-
What's going on, everybody? Picante,
So-
you know I'm always happy to do a show with you, man.
You got all this. This was the worst the SEC has ever looked as a conference. South Carolina
Ryan Mallett was the quarterback.
That's what it was, my bad.
The
Ryan Mallett was
worst.
the quarterback.
South Carolina was
What-
9-5.
What year are
Florida
we?
was
2010.
8-5.
2010.
Florida was 8-5. Georgia was 6-7. Tennessee was 6-7. Kentucky was 6-7.
Is this the Cam
was-
year?
I gotta figure out
Vanderbilt
what's the
always asked.
context of this. What's the context?
because he went undefeated in a conference that was fucking trash.
What are you saying?
It's not. We're blowing it up. Who they play for the national championship? Oregon. They played Oregon.
Yeah.
Possibly
Or
the worst.
or-
Possibly
they played-
the worst Oregon team to ever fucking put on the football field.
Don't
Time.
do that.
Stop it.
No, don't look at that Oregon team.
No,
Don't look at that Oregon
that
team.
that Oregon team was.
Don't do
Who
it.
was the quarterback for that Oregon team?
Good
Who?
point.
Right?
Okay.
Because I'm on full on research mode now.
Good point.
Was it Mariota? Was it Mariota?
Nope.
No,
No,
it wasn't
Mariota was already in the NFL at that time.
It was
Yeah.
Anthony Thomas.
Yep.
Oh
Oh,
wow.
You said what? No,
It was De'Aaron
Anthony
Thomas.
was the
De'Aaron
No, it was
my bad.
De'Aaron Thomas.
De'Aaron Thomas.
So listen, let me validate what Mel just said. Let me throw some numbers out there for you. So De'Aaron Thomas threw for 2,881 yards that year. LaMike James, a running back, rushed for 1,731 yards. Their
That was my
leading
boy.
receiver was Jeff Mahel, and we don't remember who the hell that was, but
No, we
he
do not.
had 1,076 receiving yards. Their leading tackler was Casey Matthews, and Cliff Harris led in interceptions with 6.
And
So
I
when you say the worst Oregon team, you're talking about as in like NFL talent.
yeah, because I say
Yes.
this because they
No, I
say
think
that
you're
Cam-
try to say the SEC is not really what it
No,
No, the
is.
SEC that particular
Yeah.
year was a down year because even that Alabama team, that was Greg McElroy, Mark Ingram, and granted, they also had Julio Jones. Which
But
is crazy.
also, you're trying to downplay Cam Newton for being
No,
who he is.
No. Because when I'm going, understand, I'm gonna get there. See, the thing what I'm saying is, they say that he did this. He went undefeated in the SEC. SEC was down. He won a national championship against a team that wasn't good, in my opinion. Because and this is how they saying that Cam Newton is the greatest quarterback.
So, are we picking
Now,
standards? Or
no.
are we
Now
picking
listen. Now,
what?
I'm going here right now. They said that Cam Newton didn't have an NFL player on the offense that he played with, right?
Oh, he definitely did.
He never had,
had
a
4.
wide
He had,
receiver one.
he had Michael
He had
Dyer.
4.
He had
Yeah.
Michael Dyer.
He had
a
4.
couple.
No, he never had a wide receiver one. Stop it. I
No,
don't
no, no,
care
no.
who you
See,
name.
College or in the
Yeah.
NFL?
College,
Sit your ass
college.
down and listen to this.
Okay.
Now, here we go.
College, NFL, he never had a wide receiver one.
Listen.
You can't say in the NFL he didn't have a wide receiver one. That's disrespectful.
No, he never had a wide receiver one.
He played with Steve
He
Smith.
had Steve Smith Sr. Don't do that.
Facts.
All his old years?
No, you better go check them numbers. Don't do that. Steve Smith Sr. balled the fuck out with Cam Newton.
Now I'm gonna go to this now because
Okay.
the guy that GQ brought up. Can somebody name the NFL player that was on that Texas offense while Vince Young was there?
Oh shit!
One of his main receivers was Shipley.
No, it was not.
At one point, I said one of them, not his number one guy.
I'm bad with college on them bad.
In the national championship, the offense was Vince Young, but
I was SC fan, and I was strictly that.
Wait, which the 2005 roster?
Didn't he have a lineman
and Jamal Charles was a freshman, so he don't count.
Didn't he have a? Was it a lineman? I think it was a lineman that was the NFL player.
You went to a lineman?
I think so, but I don't. You asked, so I'm trying to remember. Like I can't remember.
There was not a skilled player. The best receiver he had was Limas Swede.
Oh, you asked for receiver. Okay, my bad. I just thought you said somebody named the NFL player he played with. Okay,
yeah, there was nobody on that team, on that Texas team. Do you know who they played to win the national championship though?
USC.
Who was on that team?
Reggie Bush, Matt Leinart,
Lindell White.
Lindell White, one of the greatest college schemes
one of the
ever.
greatest assembled rosters, not to mention the coach being Pete Carroll at that time.
So how was Cam Newton's run to a national championship more impressive than Vince Young's?
Mel, I got one for you.
That's why I said
like
that.
Wait, I like how you say that though, Mel. Let me ask you a question, because we talked about this the other day when I don't remember if it was on Inside the Huddle or PBT, but we also talked about Cam Newton's running the NFL to the Super Bowl, and I never put it together, and it's about the same when you take the same.
Talk about
that's crazy.
That run to the Super Bowl was insane.
It was, but when the question was posed, best college quarterback, this is why I continued to say that I would take Vince Young over Cam Newton.
Why was it?
Oh, for sure. Why do Vince Young over Cam Newton?
Why do you think, CC, that run was good? You tell me.
The run to the Super Bowl? Mm-hmm. What was that? 2014 or 15?
It don't matter. Just tell me why you think it was.
He had nobody. He led the whole offense by himself. The whole
what is that?
The team got to the Super Bowl on Cam Newton.
Don't do that.
Do you know how many Pro Bowlers was on that offense?
Defense.
What who we gonna talk about? Calvin Benjamin?
Calvin Benjamin got hurt.
No. Dude had two.
What are we talking about? He didn't have a wide receiver one.
You had Greg Olsen. They had the best running game in the league.
Oh boy.
Greg Olsen had 1,104 receiving yards that year.
Running backs.
Jonathan Stewart was damn near 1,000-yard rusher that year. Cam Newton threw for 3,800 yards that year.
Ted Ginn Jr. was going. If Ted Ginn Jr. actually had better hands, he would have probably had way more yards
for 1 year.
So check it out. I got the numbers. Don't you worry. Yep, we on Inside the Huddle. Y'all know I like to pull the numbers. Ted Ginn Jr. had 739 receiving yards that year. He also had 10 touchdowns. So you knew who Cam Newton's leading deep threat was that particular year. Greg Olsen had 7 touchdowns that year. Devin Funchess had 5. Corey Brown had 5. And then Jericho Cotchery randomly had 3.
What did the man do? He led a team to the Super Bowl.
Hold on. No. So, yes, but listen to what when Mel said it wasn't that impressive. Do you know that year? Do you remember
winning records did they play?
Yeah. It's not even that. I'm just going to use Cam Newton for this conversation for CC. Do you know what Cam Newton's completion percentage was that year?
No,
58%.
59.8%.
59%.
Below league average.
Way below.
Okay.
So there's that, which is fine because he was a dual threat. His rushing numbers will offset that. So that, we cool with that. He went 35-10, which is good. For a quarterback that runs a lot, he was sacked 33 times. His quarterback rating was 99.4.
But when do we come to a point where we oversee the wins towards the stats?
Do you know how many teams
those wins?
Do you know
how much of that is attributed to the defense though?
We're looking at stats. But
we're fine.
Those wins from those runs and from him doing what he got to do. What do
I'm just getting my numbers together.
the percentage is gonna like there?
CC,
No.
let me ask you.
So-
let me ask
so
you.
look,
hold on,
okay,
hold on,
all right,
GQ.
do your
Let me ask this question real quick. CC, let me ask you a question. Who
Who
did they lose? Who did they lose to that year in the Super Bowl?
They lost to the Broncos, the best defense, who is not the best defense of the century, but
It don't
one
matter.
of the
I'm not
top
saying- no, no,
It's
no, no,
definitely
I'm
a top
not-
five.
I'm not about to say they're the best defense of the century or what. Here's what
You
I
know
asked
the
you that
best
question
defense
specifically because if we pull up Peyton Manning stats from that game and throughout that whole year, how much does Peyton Manning winning the Super Bowl
But how much
cover up his stats? Because
okay,
he did
but
not play well
how
that
much
year.
does that?
Correct?
How
You
much
can't
that
do a
that
double
game,
standard.
Talk about that too, bro.
Hold on. How much that falls on the defense and how much does that fall on Cam? See, we're talking about individual, but now you're talking about team. You're
I
talking
talked about
team sport.
Well, no, I said
But
at a
they
certain
were talking
point.
about individual.
You just said, did you go to team sport?
No.
Did you go to,
Individually talking
did you,
about
No,
Cam
you
Newton.
I literally said, I said, okay, but how much of their success falls on how good that defense was that year being led by Luke Kuechly? And then I pulled up Peyton Manning not having a good year. Then I pointed straight to Peyton Manning leaning on
Why
the
is
defense
it-
and not having a good year and winning. And you straight
all
bypass
right,
that. So that's why I say you can't do the double standard.
I made you back with a riddle. Was it Peyton Manning or was it that 2015 Broncos defense?
was it Cam or the 2015 Panther defense?
Cam got him there. Cam
Really?
didn't win shit.
Luke Kuechly had 118 tackles, and Kirk Coleman had 7 interceptions that year. So that's 7 takeaways.
No. Cam got him there. What did Cam do in the first game against the Seattle Seahawks?
Ooh.
What year we talking about? Because I
Same
know
year.
The
Super Bowl year.
In the playoffs.
I
Cam threw for
somebody read the
160
stats.
yards. Cam threw for 160 yards. They ran the ball because the defense was on Russell Wilson's ass. They sacked him 6 times, I believe it was. You can check it. And 2 interceptions. Now, we can go to the Cardinal game when they played the Cardinals. They was on was Carson Palmer. They sacked him 4 times.
What's this Cam Newton?
They forced 4 interceptions and 2 fumbles. They forced 7 turnovers in that game. Cam couldn't fuck that game up if he wanted to.
Not to mention that Stewart had 106 yards rushing that game.
So you said Cam got them? You said Cam got them? Yeah.
Dude,
it's not a slight at Cam, but Cam won the MVP that year.
The myth of Cam Newton is greater than what it's overblown, is what I'm saying.
Coach Go, did you play ball?
I played in high school and then I stopped. I'm a track and field guy by trade, but don't let that fool. We also been coaching for the last 12 years. So don't let the
because there's momentum and there's play, like there's down times in games. I get what you guys are saying. And we can't be like all these other media guys where we just going off stats and we just
this is true.
This and stat that. But in the field of play, you might be having a bad game, but then the defense do something, and then that can save the day. So I'm just saying, like,
you're essentially right that the defense could do something and then you save the day, right? But the defense's contribution to that Carolina Panthers team is being diminished over and over again because I ain't talking about the context
of the player.
I am talking about the context.
We're talking about Cam Newton.
I am
what does
a
that
Cam
mean?
Newton
What does that
fan.
mean? What does Cam Newton mean?
Fan.
What does that mean?
That means Superman.
What does that mean?
That means he's one of the ones.
One of them. How many winning seasons did the Carolina?
Talk about it, Mill.
How many winning seasons did the Carolina Panthers have with Superman at quarterback?
Nah, he didn't do it like that. He
Then that's
didn't
not
do it like that.
How do we judge quarterbacks then?
We judge them on how they judge the other boys.
Off of wins, then, right?
We judge them how they judge the other boys.
Off of wins, right?
He got a losing record.
I'm just asking the question. You said how we judge the
I'm
other
pretty sure
boys.
he do. I'm pretty sure he do, because he went to New England and did terrible.
Well, he did terrible while he was in the Panthers uniform too.
Yeah, but he had one good season.
Yeah, one good season. Exactly. I'll give him 2.
I'll give him 2. I'm not gonna say because,
Yeah.
and the reason. Wait, didn't the year after the Super Bowl he get hurt?
To him, like,
right?
What are we talking about here, man?
I would even argue.
Guys,
but look, I would even argue. I would even argue the year he got hurt, after the year after the Super Bowl when he got hurt, he was having an even better year than his Super Bowl year. It's just unfortunately he got hurt at the time he did, and he was out for the rest of the season. He was balling out the year after they got to the Super Bowl.
So what is this? This is I'm mad at you about this. You called me in on this shit. So this is a bash. This is a bash Cam thing.
No, we're not bashing Cam. We're saying y'all giving him too much credit.
How is he getting too much credit?
Because okay.
I'm confused.
No. Because I have another audio. Where,
okay, so okay,
listen.
Hold on, coach. Name me 3 quarterbacks in the NFC that you would take over Cam Newton when he was at Auburn.
When he was at Auburn,
the NFC at Auburn.
Why would we do that?
That make no sense. I'll take every
That's like asking me who I would have taken the NFC when Caleb Williams was at USC, and I wouldn't take any. I would definitely take all of them because you don't have experience.
He was at Auburn, so give me 3.
I'm taking every NFL quarterback over a college quarterback.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying in the college realm, give me 3 better quarterbacks.
So you meant the SEC?
Okay. Then Cam Newton's season he had when he won the national championship.
Just in general?
So just name 3 quarterbacks that had better seasons than had a better season than Cam Newton's Auburn season. Is that the question? So I understand what you're saying.
Okay, we can do that. That.
Vince Young and Tim Tebow. That's 2.
Did they have to win a national championship?
Are they better though? You think
you said a better? You said a better season. That's all. And I think Vince Young's run to the champion.
Better quarterbacks.
What do you mean by better quarterbacks?
What do you mean by better? Like, what's your definition of better so that I'm on the same sheet of music as you?
But hold on, we can stop right there. You think Tim Tebow is a better quarterback than
your question? Maybe you said better season, better run to the national championship. That's what you said.
Before you lean your neck back, do you know that Cam Newton could not take Tim Tebow's job in 2 years at Florida?
I know that. That's why he transferred. But there was also complications there.
No, before he did the dumb shit, he wasn't taking Tim Tebow's job. So there's that part.
Oh now, my God.
You give me your explanation. Give me your criteria on what.
But did he not win a national championship and win the Heisman just like?
So Tim Tebow won too.
So the person,
so did Tua, so did Mac Jones, so did Greg, so did Mac.
That was in front of him. Like, what are we talking about here?
That's what we're trying to ask you.
So you're saying a national championship and a Heisman makes you a better quarterback?
I'm talking about the scheme of it.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means.
Okay, so are we saying Tim Tebow's season at Florida was better than Cam Newton's season at Auburn? We can compare and contrast those.
I'm absolutely going to say yes. I'm not going to lie to you.
Does the quarterback have to win a national championship for that season to be better?
We're not
because Jalen Hurts' senior year at Oklahoma was better.
We're not putting accolades. We're not putting accolades on it. Let's just say the guy.
Jalen Hurts at Oklahoma was better. Vince Young was better. Matt Leinart.
I wouldn't
Oh,
put
Matt
Vince Young.
Liner's Heisman year was real good.
Joe Burrow
at
better.
LSU. Like we're hell.
I can run the quarterbacks down.
I will throw a name out there that'll fuck your head up. You can even go look at Jameis Winston's 2013 run.
Talk about it.
Jameis Winston was that dude.
Like you're not finna call me out like I don't know what I'm talking about. I watch a lot of college football. Like we're not gonna do that.
I mean, he had a lot of clown plays, but
so
they worked in his
It doesn't
favor.
matter. The question was how many quarterbacks could I name that had better national championship runs than Cam Newton? And I gave you two without really thinking about it because I watched them both happen.
But really, I'm not taking Jameis Winston.
Oh boy, I was about to get the you read my mind.
Over Cam Newton.
Why not?
Why not? I'm taking that.
Give me something tangible. Why not?
Just the athletic ability. He doesn't even have it. Like when we looking at
athleticism does not mean you're a better quarterback.
You're a good quarterback.
Because Peyton Manning in Tennessee was a beast, and Peyton Manning in the NFL didn't have the athleticism and was a freaking monster. Tom Brady's not the most athletic either, and was a monster at Michigan, and he's a monster in the NFL.
Yeah, both them run like they got
before
Play-Doh
we
in
started
there.
adding people being who they are into the equation.
Okay. Look, if you're gonna go athleticism, he's not more athletic than Michael Vick.
No, he's not. He's not more athletic than Michael Vick, but Michael Vick paid the way for him to be there. But
you're asking questions.
He had athleticism to where he led his team. You can't say Cam Newton didn't lead that Auburn team to a national championship.
I never said he didn't.
I
answered your question.
So what are we talking about? Are we saying the competition was weak? Or
yes.
Yes.
Say that
like
then.
no one, like
That's
no
what
one's
I did say.
no one's diminishing what Cam did. I just answered your question. That was
You said
the
the
question. I
myth
just answered
of
your question.
Cam Newton is greater than what it actually was.
So he caught the team on a bad day, on a bad year.
He caught the SEC was down bad.
And y'all trying to dock him for that?
We're not trying to dock him for that.
No one's docking him.
No one's docking him. We're not even saying he's one. Nobody said he wasn't one of the greatest college quarterbacks ever. We're saying he's not the greatest.
That's what, because if you're going to say he had the greatest college
that's what I said
run,
in the beginning when I said, what's the context?
It was off the video that Mel said.
I played the video.
That's why I threw the name Vince Young out there. The question was who was the greatest quarterback?
Greatest?
If you're going to say that Cam Newton, if you're going to say that Cam Newton had no NFL talent on his offense and won a national championship, and then I look at what Vince Young had to do with no NFL talent and beat a stacked USC team by himself.
He beat a multi-time national championship team on top of that, like in the BCS era.
USC
was a play card or
like
something.
USC was one of the most stacked college teams I've ever seen on paper and on film. Like you can go back as far as you want. You can go look at every. You can compare that to every Alabama team we've seen. Like that one particular USC team was one of the most stacked teams I've ever put eyes on. Offense, defense, special teams, including the coaches at that time.
Mel.
Forgive
me if I'm wrong, Mel. Didn't Matt Leinart win 1 year and Reggie Bush won the next year?
Yep.
Like they had back-to-back Heisman Trophy winners on that team, and Vince Young beat the team.
Reggie Bush and Lindell White would have started on every other college team as starting running back duos in the entire nation those 2 years.
Yeah, Vince Young beat the GOATs. Like we already know that.
So
But
why
that's the
that's
point.
so why are you up? So
That's-
why are you offended when I say that Vince Young was better than Cam Newton?
Personally, I got
I
bigger
don't
man.
think he did it better.
I
'Cause
100% think he did
I
it better.
think
When
How did
you
he do it
see
better?
it on tape,
Did you watch Vince Young?
that tape talk, that
Did you
tape talk
did you watch
different.
Vince? Did you watch Vince
Did you
Young?
watch Vince Young?
Yes.
Because
Dude,
here's
I
the,
was
so
a Brady Bunch fan. I was an SC fan
let me
at
so
that time.
so CC, let me ask you a very important question. This is not entirely how old are you?
I'm 34.
Okay, so I got you about I got you about 2 years. So when we watched Vince Young, we weren't of the same mind that we are now. We were actually more mature when we saw.
You got me by 2 years.
Yeah, I'm 36. Yeah, I'm 36. Don't let the young face fool you, huh?
I said,
the gym.
What the hell you
I live
thinking?
in the gym. That's what I do.
Shit,
So
I got you by 1 year.
So for context, we saw Vince Young when we were young, like kids, damn near. We saw Vince Young when we were adults of sound mind who've seen enough football to break down film the right way, correct? Yep. How can you tell me that when we saw Vince Young was 2005, I was a sophomore in high school. Cam Newton was in the 2010s. I was out of high school.
I was in the middle of my divorce.
Like I was two completely different people. And why am I able to tell you that Vince Young was a better quarterback than Cam Newton? Like I was two different people.
What?
By the time I saw Cam Newton, I had already been deployed overseas and been back and bought my first house.
I don't care what you say. Vince Young is not a better quarterback than Cam Newton.
The question was when the video was produced, he said, who was the better? He said that guy said that Cam Newton was the best. First of all, he said something stupid by saying Cam Newton was the best college player he's ever seen. That's a fucking lie. Sorry. Cam Newton is not the best college player. That's a whole other conversation.
I would just like to let people know.
I'm pretty sure
We're talking
Mel,
I think you would agree with this one a little bit. Earlier.
I think Charles Woodson exists. Okay, Charles Woodson exists in college football. There's no way Cam Newton is the best we've ever seen.
If we're talking best college player, that's a whole other episode that's gonna take us 2 hours to dissect because that shit can get real crazy. But we're gonna. That's why we're keeping it to college quarterbacks. What's up?
You got to think in that season.
DJ Chop or DJ?
Talk about DJ Micah B.
Oh, Micah B. That's how you say it.
That's how you say it.
Lindell White ran for 1,300 yards and 24 touchdowns that year, and he was the second running back.
That's fucking insane. I did not know that. That's crazy.
Listen, that USC team did the type of shit that the Detroit Lions were doing last year.
Lindell White
won
the Heisman, dog. That is insane.
Listen, Reggie White ran for 1,700 yards. I mean, Reggie Bush. He ran for 1,700 yards.
Didn't he have like 15 touchdowns that year too?
Right. Steve Smith had almost a band in the air, and Dwayne Jarrett had 1,300. Like they had four dudes at all. You had three with at least 1,200 yards and more.
Now, and mind you, that had nothing to do with what Vince Young did because that defense the USC had is what we really need to be talking. Like that, the guys he had to play against that are literally those were starters in the NFL. That USC team had 13 players get drafted in the first 3 rounds.
On that defense,
our championship back.
That national championship produced the most upper first, second, third round picks. Still,
that defense.
That
Clay Matthews
back.
Who else
give us our championship back. You get
Clay Matthews
back. Give us our championship back. It's only right.
Damn, I forgot Clay Matthews and Brian Cushing.
Just by saying, the thing about Vince Young was running from Clay Matthews and Brian Cushing. That should tell you everything you need to know about Vince Young.
Mr. PED and Mr. Hall of Famer.
I'm just trying to think these other names I don't really know.
Texas Hall of Famer, but he wasn't shit in the league.
Who?
Vince Young.
He had a shitty ass coach.
Oh no, about
He
that.
went to the
now we
QB killer.
get quiet.
He
Now we
went
get
nah.
quiet. Yeah, I see what type of shit this
So
is.
wait. So
No, he said no. Go ahead.
Mel, am I tripping or did Tennessee finally make the playoffs again after Steve McNeil and Vince Young was the quarterback as rookie?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, they did.
Look,
they went 9-7 Vince Young rookie year. They went 9-7 Vince Young rookie. He made the playoffs a couple of times.
Okay, what did he do? Name me some accolades. What did he do?
Hey, the only thing he didn't do that Cam Newton did was probably.
What did he do? Don't mention that, nigga. What did he do? What did he do?
He didn't win an MVP or go to the Super Bowl.
He didn't win an MVP or go to the Super Bowl. Okay.
But what did he do?
He had some winning seasons.
He went to two Pro Bowls. He went to two Pro Bowls.
He had winning seasons. What else?
He went to 2 Pro Bowls.
Went to 2 Pro Bowls. Okay.
I mean, he's got.
But here's the issue here.
But what else?
Basically, wait.
What did Cam Newton? Cam Newton didn't do shit.
Out.
The only thing he's got over Vince Young is that he went to a Super Bowl and won an MVP.
Hear me out on this.
Hold on. What's the goal? What's the goal?
To win the Super Bowl.
To win the
Super Bowl. Not go to the Super Bowl. Win the Super Bowl.
Win the Super Bowl, and he didn't do it.
Gonna dock him for not winning it? But
you said what's the goal?
How did they get there?
You asked
the question.
Okay,
the goal is not to just get to the Super Bowl.
How did they get there?
He might
And
be
for who?
How did Carolina get there? A full fucking team effort.
How did he get?
A bullshit line.
No. I'm gonna kill the conversation right here. I'm gonna kill the conversation right here. Can I ask you a question, Cece? Can I ask you a question? Based off what you just said. I just want to know. Just answer me this one question.
What's up?
Who's a better quarterback, Dan Marino or Jim Kelly?
To be honest with you, I don't even know who Jim Kelly is. So I can't even answer that.
So we can't talk football then.
We can't. I don't know. I don't know ball. It's the first time I ever been in a situation. I don't know.
Okay,
ball.
see, this is what I'm gonna say though.
So the previous statement can't hold no weight.
So this is what I'm gonna say though, CC.
Hold on. Who is Jim Kelly?
The last relevant quarterback for the Buffalo Bills before Josh Allen went to 4 straight Super Bowls and lost. It doesn't matter.
Niggas that lost in the Super Bowl that went back to back.
Didn't you just sit here and brag on Cam Newton making the Super Bowl? You just sat here and bragged on Cam Newton making the Super Bowl.
Stop it, bro. You mentioned that. I never said Cam Newton was the greatest of all time.
We're not having that conversation because Cam is not in that conversation.
Cam's not in that conversation.
We're talking about Cam Newton college reference.
You said
you brought up the NFL.
You said how did he get? You said how did the Carolina Panthers get to the Super Bowl?
Oh my God! Like,
and that's my point. Exactly.
And everything goes into effect. Like Cam Newton maneuvered the whole team to the Super Bowl.
You know who else did that?
Fine.
Yeah, Jim Kelly did the same thing. You know who else did that? Colin Kaepernick.
I would not let you say that. That defense was nasty. Don't you?
Now the defense was nasty.
So was the Panthers defense.
The Panthers defense was nasty too.
The Panthers had a top 3 defense.
CC. CC.
We're top 10. They finished top 10.
My only
the all-decade team, dog. He's not one of them dudes.
CC. My only pushback to you is and I'm gonna set this out clear. My only pushback to you right now with the Cam Newton Vince Young thing. All right, is Vince Young the greater college quarterback? I think so. But in order for you to validate why you think Cam was the better college quarterback, you went to his NFL career to prove that he got to a Super Bowl. That's not what we're talking about. You did.
I didn't do
you
that.
did.
Well, they
Yes,
both went
you
to
did.
in college, so
Yes.
No.
Yes,
They asked me a question. They asked me NFL question. They asked me NFL question. I never mixed the NFL with the NCAA.
So
Well,
okay,
'cause
so
it's not the NFL, we- of course, we know that Cam
since
had
you've
better
never
career.
mixed since you because you brought up careers, but since you say you never mixed it, I'm still waiting on you right now to convince me or give me valid points on why Cam was the better college quarterback, and you started talking about NFL careers. And
Okay,
because you said
so you want me to validate why Cam is a better college quarterback
because
than Vince Young?
I think Cam Newton was the better NFL prospect, but I don't think Cam Newton was the better NCAA quarterback.
How can I word that? Let me see.
It don't matter how you word it.
Yeah, and then I want to go back to something he said after he's done with that because he said something that triggered my research.
It's crazy. Y'all got Vince Young. So what? Y'all got Vince Young, the greatest of all time in college?
No.
We have him ranked higher than Cam.
Got him. So this is where we at. We at a bar, and we saying Cam is here and Vince Young is there. So that's what we doing.
It's not. They're not separated by a lot. Like don't take what I'm saying as in me saying that Cam is not like. Cam is still in that conversation. I 100%. I have Vince Young over Cam when it comes to the college quarterback situation.
I just don't.
And I didn't even mention Charlie.
Don't believe. I just don't believe. Like, I don't have too much reference on what the stats was between their years.
I read them off like 20 minutes ago.
How did these niggas get to the playoffs?
I know you read it off, but you read off certain stats. You didn't read.
No. I read the college stats. Like, the years that they won their respective championships. I read both of their college stats off.
When I say okay, cool. If you say you read everything off, I doubt you read everything off. It's a lot that a quarterback does. You couldn't read all that shit off.
I read this. How many?
I mean, do you want him? Do you want him to start reading how many adjustments they call at the line of scrimmage? Like, look, he named it. He named everything that quarterbacks go by.
The line of scrimmage,
but he said he named throwing touchdowns. He named rushing touchdowns, throwing yards, rushing yards. What more do you completion percentage?
Okay.
What more do you want from
answer me this? How much of Vince Young going to that he went up against a good team?
No.
How much of
great?
Probably
that is one of the greatest college football teams of all time.
Sorry.
Easy.
Like no, like we gonna talk that that's what we
that's top five. That's the top five college football
fans then, huh? Is y'all
no,
SC fans?
No, we're college football fans.
Yeah, you're not SC fans. You don't look the Trojan, huh?
No, I'm from Texas. Don't misunderstand what I'm saying. I'm from Texas. Don't do that. But I gotta put respect where respect is.
So, you threw me off track. Fuck. So. You're not fucking with that. So I don't got no argument, bro. I lost train of thought. I ain't got no argument. I'm sorry, guys.
I'm still going Baker Mayfield, by the way.
The crest of this Baker season was Baker.
Mayfield.
Do you know what Baker
did? And you know what? That's not a bad thought, too. It's not a bad thought.
Listen,
Johnny Manziel.
By the time we really get done with this list, like Cam's season drops relatively low because I would even throw Deshaun Watson's year in there because they beat Alabama in the national championship with Hunter Renfrow on a fucking whip route in the corner. Like
so
we gonna keep
the
question that you
competition
we're ranking what you pose the question of. Which quarterbacks had a better run to the national championship than Cam Newton?
Watson had a better run than Cam Newton?
Yes.
Did you watch what Deshaun Watson did that season?
Well,
Don't let what
come
Deshaun
on
Watson did in the
now,
NFL
bro.
confuse you about Clemson.
Come on
Cam,
now. We
about,
And
talking
see,
Clemson?
and
We talking
right,
Clemson.
and that's
We
why,
talking Clemson?
that's college.
Cool.
and that's exactly why I said what I said about, hey, Cam Newton might have been the better NFL prospect, but Vince Young was the better college
prospect than Vince Young.
Well, okay, that's fine. That's fine. I'm not agreeing that he is.
Somebody was a better NFL prospect, and then somebody.
I said
Well,
to
okay.
me. I said to me.
Okay, so let's talk about it then. Didn't Trey Lance get drafted high because it was like, oh, his potential, oh, this and that. That's what people would consider, what people thought was a better NFL prospect.
I agree with you because I said it in my head, and then I agree with you. No, you got a good thought on that. But to say that he was better, that's not it.
That's
like you
that wasn't
NFL,
the question that you posed.
NFL prospect. No, I'm going off what he was saying.
No, he's right.
About
like
prospect of an NFL quarterback.
That's very important for college quarterbacks. Like that affects their draft stock 100%.
Shit, I forgot RG3 season.
Oh God, damn!
Like by the time we're done with this list, Cam season might drop to 11.
RG3 season wasn't even fire, bro. Y'all bringing that shit.
Hold on. You talking about a two sport college athlete? Okay.
Yeah, RG was crazy at Baylor. I can't.
Most of these dudes play 3 sports. What are you talking about?
All right, man. I'm gonna go ahead and just take it. I'm gonna take a drink break right now because
who played 3 sports? You done threw a new number out there because
that's a new nuke right
now.
there.
Because I know Jameis Winston was playing quarterback and pitcher at the same time. I do know that was going on. RG3 was running track at the same time. Reggie Bush was running track at the same time. Kyler Murray was playing baseball at the same time. I'm like, dang, wasn't nobody playing 3 sports now?
Oh, who played 3 sports? What
you
do
said
we
it.
Preach? What do we preach, Moo?
3-sport athlete.
Come on, man.
Not in college.
Stop.
Now, boys might play both sides of the ball like Travis Hunter, but not 3 sports in college. Absolutely not.
There's not no time for that.
Hell no, there's no time for that. I'm surprised that Jameis was able to fucking pitch at a baseball game during a football season. That shit's crazy.
We must be breed different. We breed different.
Was you playing 3 sports in college?
Nah,
because that's what we're talking about. College, we are talking about college. Where if you wasn't playing 3 sports in college, don't talk about being breeded different. Because I've been playing 3 sports since I was in elementary school. We're not going to do that. I stopped playing 3 sports because I found my niche, and that's all I had to do.
When did you stop?
My sophomore year of high school. I focused on track and field, where it mattered. That's where I made my money. That's why I look the way I look, because I'm a track and field athlete by design.
And that's what I told you.
And that's why I have not had a significant injury in my entire life, because track and field athletes are built different.
Most of us, we get to high school and we shut something down.
Yeah, you can't.
You get to high school and you shut it down. But I was a 3-sport athlete in high school, so like.
Yeah, we all tried it, and then we found our little home, and then we rocked with it.
That's what most
of your 3-sport athletes in high school eventually become 2-sport athletes.
That's what I'm referring to, like 3-sport athlete, like
that's everybody in high school. That's everybody in high school, then.
No, it's not everybody.
For the most part, I mean, if you're a high level,
the vast majority they usually cut a sport down.
If you talking about today kids, it's definitely not. That's not a trend today.
Most of these kids play 1 sport year round now.
Yeah,
like they play AAU basketball year round. Like that's not a 3-sport athlete. That's one. That's a year round 1-sport athlete.
It's not a thing now.
Travel ball.
Yeah. Well, we did that because we didn't have.
We couldn't afford travel ball. Say it differently. We couldn't afford travel ball back then. Back then, travel ball was like,
trust me,
for the people who had bread back then.
3-sport athlete. It wasn't no 3-sport athletes when I was growing up. I'm just being honest.
I played baseball.
It was a whole bunch of us growing up.
Baseball, and I ran track.
That's you. What I'm saying, at my school, it wasn't dudes doing that. You didn't have a dude that was playing 3 sports.
Shit,
Trust
come to
me.
Texas. That shit was common in Texas. That's common practice.
That's Texas. I'm talking about Northern California,
You had
Sacramento,
dudes that play football
Elk
and they
Grove
wrestled.
County, to be exact.
Like
San
everybody's.
Joaquin.
Unless you play for Coach Ewan, then you had to play 3 sports.
Yeah, no, my football coach literally told me, he said, you got to pick. He said, you can't play basketball no more. So that's done. You got to get that shit out the window.
Trust me. I played with Moo. Trust me. It wasn't
had
a
to
lot
play
of dudes. It
basketball, right?
wasn't a lot of dudes like that. Trust me. It wasn't a lot of dudes like that.
So before we go, I got to get out because we stayed on the Cam Newton shit a little too long. But end result, Cam Newton's not the greatest quarterback of all time in college football. Bullshit.
I never said he was the greatest. I said he was one of the top ones.
But let's get to this shit because of tomorrow. I've come to realize, like, speeding this where we wanted it back to the Shedeur conversation of the Mannings and the Sanders and how the names are getting slandered because of what the potential of these players. So there's this.
But I will say, and I'm going to say this, I don't know what you guys talked about when I went off air. The height doesn't match the tape. There are good things, and there are some good things, but the height or the tape to me doesn't tell you got a first-round draft pick or a top 10 or a number 1 overall draft pick or a Heisman hopeful. I think he's going to go into Ohio State and he's going to struggle because he hasn't played anybody. The last time we saw him against a really good defense was Georgia, and he looked out of place, right? He looked really good against UTSA, Louisiana Monroe, and Mississippi State, the worst defense in the SEC. I think there's still a lot for him to grow and a lot we need to see, like Lewis said. But I will say, and I'm going to say this, I don't know.
The story clearly of this upcoming college football season is Arch Manning. Why? What's the big deal here? So far, Arch Manning in his Texas career has started 2 games, has completed 61 of 90 passes for 939 yards, 9 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. And I want to be very clear that those are really good numbers. I also want to be very clear that Arch Manning has started 2 games and could not take the job from Quinn Ewers. There are people using hyperbolic terms to talk about Arch Manning thus far, and I just don't know where you're getting it from. I mean, he may turn out to be that guy. Like, I'm not saying he's not that good. I'm saying I don't know how we know. These recognizable last names seem to be what creates stars in sports right now as much as anything else. What gets me about...
I'm going to stop it right there.
Colorism.
Oh,
That's what they do every time. We knew this day was coming. We knew, like, Shedeur was the hottest shit last year.
Would you get
Can't
colorism?
get hotter than that. Because that's the trend that's going on right now.
Arch Manning, white as hell.
Mm-hmm.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Colorism. Because he's white, we're going to put him to the front. We're going to just say.
They kicking him down. They're not putting him in the front.
Yeah, they bashing him.
Oh, well,
I saw that. That first video you showed, I was watching that live when they talked about that.
I've seen what they did. They got him as like the 6th or the 8th ranked best quarterback in the thing. All top quarterbacks. But don't rank it with the Shedeur shit because it's just different. It's how they perceive us.
No, I stopped it where I stopped it on purpose because Bomani said that the last name has become the thing that creates the hype for the player.
Yeah, you got to think, man. Dudes get in fights all the time. They cut Shiloh because he got into a fight.
Well,
they didn't cut him because of his play on the field. He was making plays.
Well, I'm talking about Arch Manning right now.
And currently Arch Manning is going down as he's currently like the fourth or fifth ranked quarterback in his current landscape.
No, he's a 6. He's a 6.
Not good.
No, but they bolstering Klubnik's name. No, they pushing that name. They're pushing Drew Aller. They're pushing Lenore Sellers.
Lenore Sellers, he's another one. He's getting
his daddy is my OC.
Yeah. And Nussmeier. Nussmeier's getting a lot of push too from LSU.
Hey, don't.
I look. I didn't say you were
sleep
wrong.
on us. Don't sleep on Sellers, and don't sleep on DJ. Do not sleep on DJ. Please don't. Might have another T-Boo on your hands.
I mean, went to a full-blown coma on DJ Langway. Like, that's not even.
You and me both. I barely woke up from that one.
Like,
Y'all not fucking with DJ?
No.
Oh my God.
No, he's athletic, but he can't throw.
Yeah, you know who else was, you know who else was athletic? Anthony Richardson. Where's he at now?
Like, you can't throw a football.
How y'all know what he done in the offseason?
I think we did last year.
Listen, you know who else I'm not paying attention to this year? Carson Beck, because I seen him on the big stage.
Yeah, like the thing about what makes it crazy to me is that it's the statement of Arch didn't take Quinn Ewers' job, but neither you love Cam Newton. Cam had 2 years to take Tim Tebow's job. That didn't happen. Like, and that's and it's not
the name,
and it's not even about a talent thing. And all I'm gonna say is, Urban Meyer wasn't going to sit Tim Tebow for Cam Newton.
No.
The same way they wasn't going to sit Quinn Ewers for Arch Manning. It's just they're not going to do that.
Who said that it's not the name?
If it was the name, Ewers would have got sat down quick. You talking about a Manning playing quarterback? If it was the name, just off his name alone, they would have been like, "All right, Ewers, you got to transfer," but they didn't.
Why did he get starts?
Because he was a sophomore.
Because Quinn Ewers was hurt, or what?
Yeah, that's all it was. Quinn Ewers was injured, but Quinn Ewers also wasn't a bad quarterback.
So why is the media talking about Manning other than the other quarterbacks?
Because they're saying he doesn't have enough of a sample size to warrant being a top 3 quarterback in this current season. That's what they're talking about. Sure. He's had 2 starts against subpar ass teams.
You must have been hearing something different than what
he played against Louisiana Monroe. Who the fuck are they?
I'm not saying they good.
Like,
I'm saying about what the media is saying about.
Yeah. So they're basically taking his potential and letting that cover up the fact that he has not played near enough games to put enough film out there to warrant being a top 3 quarterback in this current upcoming
Trey Lance
season that starts tomorrow. We're going to find out a lot about Arch Manning tomorrow at noon against Ohio State. I'm telling you that right now.
I don't know. Yeah, but the thing about it is, when you see Arch, but the thing about it is, you understand who his grandfather is. You understand who his 2 uncles are. So you're putting this all together to understand, like, look, we saw what he did in high school. We saw a little bit of what he did in college, and we're projecting what he could be this coming season. We do that to everybody. He's not. It's no different for him.
No, and here's the thing. I like Arch. Like, I think he's gonna be fine. Like, I don't think he's gonna be a bad quarterback at all. First of all, he's bigger than people realize. Like, he's a 220 plus pound fucking quarterback. He's a big fucking kid.
God damn.
Like Arch is not a small quarterback.
He's 6'4".
Yeah, he's 6'4", 220, 225, somewhere in that range. So, like, he's an NFL quarterback by measurables, 100%. He just doesn't have enough film to currently be like, all right, we're gonna put him. He's not even the front runner for the Heisman. I think they still throwing Klubnik and some other cats out there.
Front runner for the Heisman. It's either him or
they've been pushing Drew. They've been pushing Drew Aller a lot more than they've been pushing. Drew Aller's been getting a lot more because he came back to college and brought back.
Who is
Penn State quarterback?
The Penn State quarterback?
Yeah, Penn State.
He's more than Jeremiah Smith.
It's too hard for a wide receiver. You got to go nuts as a wide receiver.
I gotta go look at it.
You gotta think. It ain't like
for anybody to win outside of a quarterback. You gotta go very
like the last receiver that did it wasn't it Devontae Smith. Like that was the last. Yeah, and that was you see what kind of season he had to have.
Yeah. So
you said what? Hold on, wait. You said Devontae was the last.
Devontae Smith was Devontae Smith was the last receiver to win the Heisman. That's what I said.
No, it wasn't. It was Devontae.
That's what I just said.
I think you said. I thought you said somebody else.
I said Devontae Smith, the one who the Super Bowl winning wide receiver, Devontae Smith.
I was thinking Adams when you said Devontae.
No, Devontae Adams did not do that. I don't even think he was in the Heisman race when he was in college.
He wasn't. I thought you said that. I just heard Devontae. I'm like, what? Huh?
Was Devontae Smith the first person since Charles Woodson to win it as a like a non-off. What?
No,
Mark Ingram won it too.
Mark Ingram.
Oh, show you
Mark Ingram
right.
won in like
And Reggie Bush
2000.
won.
Ooh, shit,
Yeah, show you
2009 or 2000. Somewhere Mark Ingram won it too.
I think he was like the first receiver, because other than that, it was just QBs and running backs.
No, not the first receiver. No.
So is Charles Woodson the last defensive player to win it?
From that time.
No, because Travis Hunter.
Tim Brown, Desmond Howard.
I know, but I understand. But if you want to say pure defensive player, sure, because Travis Hunter was like a hybrid. But
Charles Woodson did the same thing.
Charles Woodson
did the same thing.
Like, what are we talking about? I'm saying,
not
but Travis won it mostly because he played. He was good defensively, but he wasn't. It was the combo of both.
Yeah.
Charles Woodson
100%.
won it mostly because what he did on defense.
Without question. Without question.
Okay. So with that, tomorrow.
The Manning thing is buku. Okay, so give me y'all top five NCAA quarterbacks right now. If y'all saying Manning is boo boo, so
nobody said it was boo boo. We're taking what's being said from all the media folks and piecing it all together. That's
yeah. No, I get that, but y'all saying he's not Heisman quality, so
I didn't say that.
Here.
No, I just said he's not the Heisman front runner. That's what I said. He's not the Heisman front runner.
I just don't think that. I don't think that Bomani is being truthful. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Foremost,
Bomani doesn't watch college football. This is what I told him this. I said, but not you don't even watch college football. So how can you have an opinion on college football?
That's for surely apparent, but it's the whole narrative that we haven't seen enough.
Because my top three is Nussmeier, Sellers, and then I'll go Manning third.
Like
even more so than Sam Levitt, who literally transferred from Michigan State and did what he did with Arizona State.
Because the college football
talking about
is
Arizona
weird
State though, like,
in the sense of you don't never know what you're going to get out of a player.
What are we talking about there?
Arizona State is the same team that damn near knocked Texas out of the college football playoff last year. Don't do that.
They would knock the team off if it wasn't for fucking the fucking running back.
It was a combination of them both. It was Cam Scatterboo
it was Scatterboo the whole game. That was his game. That's what got him drafted. What are we talking about here?
That's not what got Scatterboo drafted.
So Scatterboo was a
now that game. No, he was
the second best running back in the country.
Yeah, like
what?
Yeah, he was the second best running back in the country. He was going to get drafted. That Texas game boosted his draft stock even more. That's all it did. He was going to get drafted.
Who was outside of Ashton Jeanty? Who was a better running back than him?
Ollie Gordon?
No.
What?
No.
Ollie Gordon barely ran for 1,000 yards.
If you would have said Travion Henderson, I would have bought that from you, but not Ollie Gordon.
Y'all taking Scatterboo over Ollie Gordon?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Okay.
100%.
Yeah, oh my God.
The only running back that you might make me think about was Omarion Hampton.
I'm gonna say Hampton and Travion. I'm gonna say both and Travion Henderson. I like both of them.
Travion Henderson didn't even play. He didn't even start at Ohio State. You just saw the talent.
Yeah, no.
Hey, listen, that talent is good, but Omarion Hampton is him though. Like Omarion Hampton,
very good.
There would have been a very big argument between him and Cam Scatterboo, but none of them were beating Ashton Jeanty. But
isn't that funny though? Isn't that funny how Trayvon didn't even start at Ohio State, but yet we seen the flashes of his talent, and yet Bomani is sitting here lying on national television saying that we haven't seen enough of Arch Manning when he literally mapped out what we've seen from Arch Manning. My coach can tell me anything.
Trayvon is going to be the best running back from college in the NFL next year.
So don't tell me that we haven't seen enough of Arch Manning when we've seen a game of Arch Manning.
But y'all over here yelling Scatterboo was better than all these dudes. Like, what? Y'all crazy,
We we said he was the number 2 running back in the country, and the numbers back that up. That's all that was.
Well, the play backed it up too, though. So
yeah, no, definitely the play backed it up. My man was out there playing like Christian McCaffrey with some Julian Edelman type throwing passes out there.
It was Christian McCaffrey and goddamn Peyton Hillis body.
It's not talking about like, are you reading stats or are you just looking at it? Like,
I watched the games.
I watched the games. Like,
I look at it, I just know Omari Hampton and Judkins and Trayvon Henderson are better running backs than Cam Scatterboo.
What makes them better running backs?
Their agility.
There go that question again.
Slow out of his cuts. What makes him great is that he can just truck shit. He could truck shit. He's not.
He's
not quick out of his cuts. He's not.
No,
he don't do that.
So you didn't watch Cam Scatterbo? Okay,
you talking about the same Bo?
I didn't
That's
watch
okay.
him.
That's okay.
I didn't watch him.
It's okay. You didn't watch it. It's all good.
Are we talking about the same? Hold on.
Mel's so damn stupid. I don't even know what to say right now, Mel.
It's all right. You didn't watch it. It's all right. I get it.
I've been watching. Are we talking about the same Bo that I've been watching play for the Real in the Night since he was like 6 years old?
Cam Scatterbo is like that. His contact balance, his ability to break tackles.
See, you know where I'm at. I'm in Sac. That school right down the street. He played my little brother in high school.
It was the game Sac State had against Arizona State that made them call him and bring his ass to Arizona State.
I'm not even talking about college. I'm talking about high school where
he's on the Giants. We're gonna see next Sunday. We're gonna see next Sunday.
Oh, like he's been doing this since high school. Low center of gravity cuts.
We're gonna see next Sunday.
Hey.
We can come back and compare. I said Judkins, Henderson, and Hampton. Y'all said
Quinion Judkins not even in the NFL yet.
Right now, Judkins got to sign a contract.
Yeah,
he's pending legal shit right now.
He's pending. We gonna see.
Now the other two we'll see because they're playing like right now. Travion Henderson is going to be a 1-2 punch with Ramondre Stevenson, so we'll see how that one plays out. Cam Scatterboo's in a 1-2 punch as well. Omarion Hampton
Omarion Hampton is the only one that's starting.
Omarion Hampton is starting.
Yeah.
You talking about with the Chargers?
With the Chargers.
Yeah.
Pretty. I thought
based off the depth, he beat Najee out.
Based off the depth chart, JK is. I thought JK was starting.
JK Dobbins on the Texans. JK Dobbins is on the Texans. He's not on the. No, J.K. Dobbins not on the. He's not on
the Texans.
He's definitely not on the Texans.
He's not on the Texans. Nick Chubb is on the Texans.
No, J.K. Dobbins went to Denver. J.K. Dobbins is in Denver.
Yeah, he did move.
I got him on my fantasy team.
I have a lot of them on my dynasty team. That's.
Yeah, no, Omarion Hampton. I was watching it. He beat out Najee Harris for that job.
Well, Najee Harris poked his own eye out and beat himself out, but
Najee had a nagging injury, something small.
He poked his eye out.
I don't care what he did. He ain't starting.
Oh no, I'm just making fun of him because he poked his eye. She was
he lit a firework or some shit and fucked up with his eye or something.
All right, so let's get to
town making town business. That's what he.
So tomorrow, what do we got? I'm only going to deal with the big games. I'm not going to deal with all the bullshit.
Now you talking my language.
So you talking Texas, Ohio? You talking
Texas, Ohio State,
Alabama, and fucking who they play?
They play Florida State, but I don't care.
Florida State.
That game is
And you talking LSU versus?
What we do? Are we gonna pick? We gonna pick who gonna win the games? Is that what you want to do?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I was trying to follow what was happening. Okay, so I'm following.
Oh yeah. All right. I got you. That's
Ohio State, Texas. What we got?
Texas.
DJ.
Texas.
I know where he gonna pick.
You already know what I'm gonna pick. I
know what he gonna pick.
What's the spread? The spread like
he gonna pick. He gonna pick Ohio State.
We don't do spreads.
Oh, you don't do spread? Okay.
Buckeyes. I'm a Buckeyes fan. I'm going with the Buckeyes, and I'm picking with my heart, not with my head, dog. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
But
you going Super Saiyan tomorrow?
GQ? I gotta go Ohio State.
You going Super Saiyan?
I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna say give me Texas in a close one.
Mulich.
I'm going Texas.
Hey yo,
Texas?
DJ, you going Super Saiyan tomorrow or what?
Am I going Super Saiyan? What you mean?
Julian Saiyan is the quarterback.
Julian Saiyan, the quarterback.
I thought he said Super Saiyan. I was like, nigga, what?
That's the running joke right now.
Yeah,
it tells me all I need. That's all I need to know. You ain't going Super Saiyan.
Let me tell you something. I'm not a college football fanatic like these other three guys on here.
Okay,
I'm a college football historian, meaning after the seasons are over, I go back and dissect seasons. I don't watch it in the intermediate.
team?
The Texans. I'm from Houston.
Texans. Okay.
All right.
I got some questions about JJ Watt.
LSU, Clemson.
Ooh.
LSU.
That one's tough.
LSU.
DJ.
LSU.
GQ.
Man, fuck that. Give me Clemson.
Ooh.
He going with Klubnik. The coach's son.
I'm gonna go LSU. I don't like it.
I don't like it either, but I'll go with LSU.
I don't like it either. I don't like it at all.
Okay. I hate both these schools. So
facts.
The Battle of the Tigers.
Basically, that's what this is.
That's exactly what it is.
Lester Meyer's a better quarterback than Klubnik. And
I'm gonna go
I was
LSU.
just about to say the jury's definitely out.
LSU got better wide receiver talent than Clemson. So
I'm just gonna go. LSU has more talent. That's
somebody.
I hate picking that game so much, but I was like, fuck it. I'm just gonna do
jury's
it.
Out.
Somebody,
I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Jury's definitely out though.
Because both teams have some crazy
There's a
additions.
fire ass Monday game. I hope you say that one.
That Monday game.
Oh no, Monday? I think Sunday. Who do Notre Dame play?
That's I'm gonna get to that right now.
Okay.
You got Notre Dame, Miami.
Notre Dame.
Give me Notre Dame.
Catholic.
I'm taking the experience of Notre Dame in that game.
I'm gonna take the Convicts.
Give it to me.
Because if there's anything my brother would want this. He would want because we was gonna go to this game.
Beck is not that dude, dog.
This is my heart. This is a heart pick. That's
a hard pick. That's a hard pick. I'm not mad at you for that hard pick.
Yeah.
In this situation.
Talent that's at ND right now. Shit, if they don't win it this year, it's gonna be next year for sure. They got talent over there.
Yeah, no, this is more. This is. I need this.
Get it?
Yeah.
So do I.
Good pick.
Yeah. So that's that. This is a 2.5 hour show. We don't. This every time fucking GQ pop up, and then we got Micah coming in fucking up shit. 2.5 hours.
I didn't fuck nothing up. Kiss my ass. I didn't fuck shit up.
Yes, sir. We love it.
I absolutely did.
Yeah.
I 100% did.
I appreciate you guys. I needed this. And it's like I said, for y'all to all come up today, that means a lot to me. So I appreciate it. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we got you, brother.
So I gotta make my appearance on Gentleman's Talk.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah, pop in. It's fun.
Oh, yeah,
I'm not gonna get in the comments no more. I'm gonna pop
we got some shit coming up here in the next couple weeks. It's gonna be.
Do y'all do final thoughts on this show?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
yeah, we
nice.
about to get there.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, hell. Micah finna be petty. I already know.
Oh boy.
Micah finna be petty. I already know.
Oh boy. All right.
I hate y'all.
I guess I saved Micah for last. CC, what you got? Final thoughts.
I'm ready to talk about Micah. That's what I want to talk about. I'm about the big leagues, dog. I'm on Micah all day. I'm on Jerry. I'm on all type of shit on how he trying to run the league. What he like? I give it to him. But, hey, I'm on Micah. That's it. I'm leaving it at that. I'm on Micah.
You're more than welcome to come on Gentleman's Talk, and we can continue this there.
No, you're talking about Micah Parsons.
He's talking about Micah Parsons.
Oh, okay.
GQ.
You just said my first name, nigga. I don't know.
Lord have Moses. It was good to be on. Like I said, the doc was calling, and I liked the way it was set up, and I was like, I got to make my I guess we'll call it quarterly appearance on Inside the Huddle. I enjoy my banter, my back and forthness. It's always fun to be here with my brothers doing football work, especially with this epic college football season that's about to start tomorrow, which started today. Unfortunately, Coach Prime and company took a rough first loss, but it's okay. It's okay. They'll bounce back. But then we got the NFL season coming up next week. We'll see how that pans out. I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna get real crazy. So y'all will see me again soon.
All right. Move.
Man, y'all know what it is. Another great show. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Appreciate everybody for coming on. This was a much needed show. So again, appreciate everybody. If you was watching, if you was in the comments, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. We will keep bringing y'all this dope ass content. So make sure y'all keep pulling up so you can keep watching us so we can blow up. Like we said, we ain't stopping until I get that motherfucking plaque in the back.
That plaque, the plaque got to go in the back.
Come on.
That plaque.
What we doing this for?
Make sure you catch the rest of the shows throughout the rest of next week. Basket to basket, Gentleman's Talk, and then we right back here for Inside the Huddle. Like I said, PVT/Voices of the People is going through a hiatus. We will be back whenever we can figure out what the fuck is going on with the business. But other than that, I'm gonna catch y'all next week.
DJ Micah B.
Well, I'm gonna let Mel go last, but y'all know what it is. I like to come on Inside the Huddle. Listen, I like to go at it with Mel, but me and Mel agreed on a lot of stuff tonight. I know y'all like to see me and Mel go at it, but when we agree, we agree, and when we agree, it'd be very valid, and nobody could ever come in here and tell us otherwise, because that's a fact. But before I get up out of here, this ain't Mel, Moo, GQ. Y'all know I'm going with this. This is still the best damn football show on the internet, period. And we proved it again tonight. Y'all know what time it is. I'm out.
Yes, sir. Like I said, I appreciate everybody coming through. It's been a rough week for me. It gets, like I said, and that's on top of, tomorrow's it's my older brother's birthday. Everybody knows him. I lost him during 9/11. So this is a real emotional time for me. So, next couple of weeks gonna be a little dicey, but we here. I'm one thing you can count on. I'm gonna be right here. All right. So I appreciate all y'all for being here, rocking with me, going through it with me. I love all y'all. Just so y'all know.
Appreciate you, man.
All right.
We got you, dog. We got you.
Oh, and before I forget, happy birthday, Outlaw.
Yes, sir. Outlaw, my boy. Happy birthday.
Yep, Outlaw. And GQ birthday. Was it 2 weeks ago now? A week ago.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago now, yeah.
2 weeks ago. I meant to do a little intro for you. Totally forgot because I had so much shit going on.
You have priorities. Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
So stays on. He's doing more.
I appreciate you, brother.
Damn.
I meant to do it.
It was actually Micah's birthday.
And Micah's birthday was yesterday.
Your birthday was yesterday. So look,
my birthday was Sunday.
Yesterday, yes, Sunday, same. It was one of them days that end in Y.
So birthday shout outs to everybody on the panel.
GQ don't care because I'm not a Leo, I'm a Virgo. That's why he just said that. So
I care because he still got an August birthday. Damn it, shut up.
All right, so y'all know what time it is. You know what you got to do.
Yeah, come on, push your button.
Push the goddamn button.
Push the